Hello and welcome to the Cobalt Cafe. We're playing GURPS 4th edition. This is Upsilon Transcending, Super's 90s alternate history murder fest. I'm Luke the GM and we've got Tara.
Hey, I'm Tara. I play Lily. I don't know what as much she's holding someone captive. Bad guy.
Sit on that bad guy for us. We've got James.
Hey, I'm James. I play Sigurd.
The Berserker. We've got Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee. I play Audrey, and she's looking forward to beating up the Americans.
Stop hitting yourself. We've got Z Warrior.
Hey, I'm the Warrior. I play Miles, the skeleton.
Your flesh friend completes you, but he's poorly. We've got Jared.
Hey, I'm Jared. I play Matthias Oberlin. He's got a knife to a guy's throat, and the guy doesn't realize that he would never have be able to kill someone when he was holding them like that, unless they had a bomb or something.
He's bluffing.
Blah, blah, blah. We've got Everoth.
Hello, I am Everett, and I play for you tonight Lucius 2D Lockhart, who is currently very, very wounded with a wound on his chest, part of the redundancy.
Not very, very wounded, just 1/5 of the way to, undeniably dead. Only 1/10 of the way to completely destroyed. 10% completely destroyed is not too bad.
Yeah, especially when he was carried so quickly to the hospital. He will be fine.
Yeah, he's going to pull through. And finally, we've got Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. I play Guy, who's gonna really have a hard time not killing all these soldiers if they come storming down that long hallway.
Yeah,
That's
and I feel like you're at the stage where no matter how much they deserve it, you're always going to have to justify shooting someone in front of Matthias going forward. Could be like if 5 Hitlers run through the door, and Matthias is like, "You just killed them."
They could have been Linklers.
Well, previously we had a bit of a time skip. Can't really remember what went on during that. Bunch of nonsense, if I recall.
Matthias would draw the line at 4 Hitlers.
4 Hitlers.
5 is too much. You're seriously gonna kill all of them? 4, go ahead.
Eliminate the 4 Hitlers. 5 Hitlers. They need locking up or something. Okay. Well, yeah, they were that time skip. But then, this lab where Big D's been waiting for his creator. You've had eyes on the entrance, and you spotted a couple of familiar-looking people heading down. Actually, employees of Lily's parents' medical company. Dunning Medical? I'm talking all weird. You followed him. You done followed him down here. You done found out that they are the bad, creepy guys, mostly by taking poor Arthur hostage. He seems to have been coerced by the Americans into doing most of what he's done. And the actual creator of this thing is someone that Lily's met plenty of times, who works with her mum. She's currently captive, taken by Lily in the Dunning penthouse. And a device was located inside Big D's mind. It's physical.
Told you. Okay, sorry.
You worked on removing it. And you did manage to get it out. You severed the link between him and the twins. They collapsed. as did Big D, spreading out in a big puddle. But he managed to give you a thumbs up just before he finally puddled out and seems kind of a bit
Did
comatose there.
Big D go flaccid?
The Big D went soft. Yes. Well done. Well done. And I seem to recall Myers like screaming, "Big D, no!" And at that point is probably when you heard a lot of very loud, although it's not so loud, 5 kilometers away, automatic gunfire undeniably coming from down that corridor.
What other defenses do you have here? Matthias will ask his, what's the guy's name, sorry?
Arthur.
His friend Arthur.
There's nothing that way, just the elevator. It's another way in.
Sigrid, can you hear us? She tries the radio. It's 5 kilometers.
Oh, good, radio.
Uh,
She says a conversational volume 5 kilometers away.
I mean, yelling isn't going to help.
Also, code names.
I'm sorry. It's
in character, it is probably something that'd get remembered, but it's
Yep.
it's too funny. It's just too hilarious. Sigrid, you don't hear anything just yet. I'm not sure how underground radio signals would be when there is somewhat of a tiny, long, straight tube.
Like, probably pretty good if it's straight.
If it's VHF.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but they're probably pretty good radios.
Some radios work by bouncing their signal off of the atmosphere. I don't think this is one of those types.
Mm-hmm. No, these are short-range radios. So Sigrid, you well and truly got blasted to pieces by 4 guys. And I think you're right now coming to. You hear a voice in your ear. Sounds like Audrey. Sigrid hadn't responded on radio for a good couple minutes.
Alright, well... Sigrid will... I can hear him down this way.
You could see him. You can see a light in the distance.
Oh,
bobbing
shit,
up and
okay.
down.
I'm gonna sneak up behind him.
Alright. They seem to be moving at a decent pace. Give me a stealth check, please. Wow.
That's right on if I'm moving full speed.
Yeah, impressive. So you start gaining on them. They're clearly being cautious as they move down that corridor. Do you say anything as you come to and hear Audrey's voice?
Nah, I think Sigurd's keeping it quiet.
Okay.
She has no idea how to, like, do the tapping thing or Morse code or
Yarp.
any of the other functions. She just wants to... Well, she's gonna murder these guys. Like... It'll be way easier when she can go down a line all sneaky-like.
Guy manifests his grenade launcher.
Of course he does.
so there was sort of a really loud burst of fire and then nothing.
And then nothing since, correct.
What do you guys think?
I think we should probably work on getting the twins out of here.
The other door. The way we came.
Agreed.
What about him? She points over at Big D.
I honestly don't know. Can
Do you
you
think he
wipe?
could-
Can you wipe his memory? I'll gesture to the green guy and talk about him like he's not there.
They're gonna kill me. You
What?
pricks, at least let me remember.
No, we need to bring him with us. He's a witness.
Depends
So
on
grab one of the bodies there and start pulling them out. I'll get the other.
Hey, can I have this brain?
You're gonna
It's
need more than
probably
just
still
that.
sitting on the floor.
No, the ball thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I pocketed it.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
Is it just on the anarchy table?
Yeah, sure. That actually sounds perfect.
Miles grabs it and starts like trying to pull Big D.
He's
Voice,
heavy.
that thing isn't it? That's not his brain.
Miles, it could be important. I'm taking it.
I mean, it's super
You don't think
important.
there's a tracker in there? Seems like the kind of thing that they would put a tracker in.
Yeah, I hope they come looking for it.
I'll grin at that while still looking down the hallway for movement.
Can I like drag Big D?
You might need a bucket.
Uh,
Audrey suggests.
it's like trying to move a big, heavy gym mat made of flesh. But he is so heavy. I think you can move him though. Let me check your sheet real quick.
Dan, strength.
Yeah, probably not actually. You might be able to like lift a corner up over your shoulders for a bit. And they're like, oh no.
While he tries that, does Arthur go and get the other body? The other twin?
He starts stepping back to the wall there. Sigrid,
Yes.
you've caught right up, and you're sort of matching the pace at this point. When suddenly one of them shouts, "Hold up!" and they stop suddenly, and one of them at the back whirls around.
I plant an axe in his face.
It seems like that's what's gonna happen.
What are they armored like?
They are dressed. They aren't fully armored. You can actually see exposed skin at the neck and wrists on this guy. They are wearing helmets and visors, and
Okay.
you're not sure. It looks pretty good most part.
All right. I guess. All right. So this like hallway is like narrow enough that I could like potentially axe this guy and use his body as just something to absorb the next round of bullets.
Potentially, yeah. If you manage to get him in place.
Well, but I mean, it's not like a two abreast. It's like you got to work to pass one another through here.
Oh, yeah, you'd have to press your back against one wall for someone else to sidestep past you.
Okay, so they've got numbers, but they don't really matter. All right, to the neck. We'll go. There's no way he's expecting this, so telegraphed.
Makes his IQ check. Makes his dodge.
Are you fucking kidding? All right.
He snaps his neck to the side and screams, "She's alive!" And I should add them to the turn order. It really does not matter.
Evil scientist laughter.
They'd all move around about 6.13-ish. Pack tactics, slowest loser. Apologies, they're just jumping around and back and what have you. Sigrid. It's not your turn yet, sorry, I was just about to shoot you, but then I understand that pause was very confusing. I was lazy. I did not get my gun set up. Apologies for this. I'm just gonna add the gun real fast. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Nearly there. Nearly there. Okay. I'm on the right page now. Let's just fire a burst at 2 shots at Sigrid. Nope. Five shots wild at Sigrid. Just the front guy. Four potential hits. Oh no, 5 in fact.
Ouch. Gauss rifle.
Oof. I should not have rolled him like that. This is armor divisor. Armor divisor 3. What is your
3.
armor again? Let's just say
40.
torso. These guys are trained.
40.
40 divided by 3 is 13, so it's 21 minus 13. I'm doing it quick. I can't numbers today.
Eight, 13, 11, 11. 12.
Thank you. I believe that is what this is going to tell us. I forgot to add. Yeah, that last one should be 12.
Roll 5d6.
Aha, yes.
The 13 and the 2 are actually much higher. Or 12, sorry. 26 times 3.
No, because
78.
it's after DR that gets multiplied.
Right.
So if we take 25...
39 and 36.
a 105 damage.
Yikes.
Alright.
Alright. Yeah, that's scary. And you're back up. Although everyone in there did just hear gunshots.
Yeah.
Much closer this time.
She's conscious.
That's
what-
how you kill teenagers from Eastern France.
What?
Matthias would be dead.
Oh.
Very, very, very dead.
Very dead.
Yes.
Alright.
Do I see? Can I see the gunfire?
No, but you do definitely recognize twinkling of lights in the distance. It is vaguely lit, this corridor. It's not dark all the way down, and you see shadows flashing at the very
He's from the future. He might also recognize the type of gunfire.
Oh,
Do recognize Gauss rifles?
yeah, you would. The sound is probably the most telling to you.
Roll an IQ-based guns check.
That would be the one, probably. Go on then, Sigrid. I'll get it to you.
Give it to me, I'm still up.
Yeah, exactly. I think technically there should have been a major wound check in there.
Oh.
Maybe a couple. I'm not sure. Well, that's a pretty good roll, so yeah, I'll give it to you.
Alright, let's do all out to the neck again.
That hits. Nowhere to retreat to. .24 cut into the neck. Ow.
To the neck.
Death. On the nose. Wait, no, failure by one.
On the neck.
On the... He drops, certainly, or starts to drop.
Yeah, can I just, like, step into him?
Yeah, I'll allow it. You went all out. It's just, yeah, you like step forward and grab, hug. And I think for cinematic reasons, they proceed to light him up in the back. Give me just a dodge check maybe, or a block check. You've got shield, right?
Yeah, I do.
Give me shield at a -2.
Alright, I
Just
will make
try
a
and
fever.
get your body behind another body. Oh, riot shield as well. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Another very loud burst of gunfire down that corridor. They'll have changed positions as well. Ever so slightly. think we should start looking at what other people are doing. Myas.
Still struggling there, but I'm gonna need a cart.
Audrey.
She's kind of concerned about that gunfire going down, so she's gonna go over and be poking her head down that corridor as well.
Alrighty. Gee.
I'm keeping my grenade launcher trained down that hallway, and as I see Audrey come up peripherally, I'll just kind of still too far away.
Yeah, what's the straight line range on your grenade launcher?
Yeah, that's actually something that I was trying to look up, because usually you fire the grenade launcher in an arc.
Yeah.
So while the range on it is, what is it, 30/440, I have absolutely no idea what it was if I just fired it horizontally.
Yeah, that's interesting. Nowhere near that, and that's nowhere
Nowhere near
near
that.
close enough anyway either.
Yeah.
Point your machine gun down there. You got one of them, right? Your storm chain gun. Matthias.
So, Arthur was not kind enough to grab the other twin, and
No.
he's a bit suspicious, so Matthias is going to approach him.
You're just walking right up to him?
Yep.
Oh god, they're here. We've got to go. He's kind of like pushed back against the wall, just nervously shuffling towards the door. Sigrid.
I just want to throw this corpse at them.
Throwing or DX?
Or I just drop it.
Push it forward at him.
That's a 13. Lose your balance, do nothing else. Active defense at -2.
This corridor situation's getting confusing.
Too bad it wasn't a 3, 4, 17, or 18. Weapon breaks. Although it's a ranged weapon, so would it instead be a malfunction?
Yeah, I'm not worried about
Your
any
corpse is jammed.
crit fail issues on this round. No extra -2. I can't see anything that they're going to do other than blast you. Although a body is landing on them in this tight corridor. The guy at the back is going to turn, take a step, and aim down the corridor through his rifle. Let's just move everyone back up this corridor a little bit, shall we? These two shuffle backwards as it falls, and they'll also just take bursts of 5 at Sigrid with the move and attack penalties. That's still going to be 2 hits. I should have rolled it properly, though.
Okay, through the power of math, assuming a 300 feet per second projectile, it would travel for 68 1/100ths of a second and travel 206 feet.
That seems pretty far. Further than the range in the book, maybe? At least, the half damage range.
Okay, yeah, so now I need to. What is the muzzle velocity of an M203? Should be about the same.
Attempted any dodge, Sigrid? Ah, yes.
Oh, it's 250 feet per second, not 300. So it's
It's really close.
163 feet. Oh, that's funny. A 50 foot per second difference, all of the same other information. It's going to fly for 65 100ths of a second, but only go 163 feet.
Guy was claiming not to be American.
Oh, fine. It'll go 49.7 meters at 76.2 meters per second.
I'm calculating. I'm bad at this. I think I'm right there. So you take 36 and then 17. Or 53 additional damage. That'd be another major wound check with another vitals hit, so at -5 to HT.
I don't know how Sigrid's built, but this sounds concerning.
Yeah.
How are
She's
you
unkillable.
looking so far, Sigrid? Out of character.
Low.
I mean, she jumps off building. I assume that she doesn't have a bottom.
There's a bottom, but it rises again as long as, well, they're just gonna stand here and shoot a body forever. For the rest of eternity. Myas, sorry, I got way distracted there. And that major wound check from Sigrid, please.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just making sure I had the penalties correct, or my bonus is correct.
Oh, on the nose, nice.
And then I'm sorry. I still need to. How do you get it to do math? Brackets still?
Yeah, double square
Yeah.
brackets, and you can just type what you want it to add together. Or take away, or divide, or omnify.
Roll over my math.
All right.
Nani? You good?
Yep.
Cool. Mouse.
Mine's just gonna look around for a cart or something.
These desks are on wheels. They've just got little brakes on them, that you flip off with your foot.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be hard to get up the stairs.
I'd
Or the ladder.
be more worried about the poison gas that's up there, honestly, but
Miles doesn't care about poison gas.
No, obviously. Mice cares about Ned. Ned don't care about Mice, though. Ned's asleep. Anyway. Audrey.
You can care about someone while you're sleeping.
No, you can't. Not when you're Ned.
Well, since they're pretty far away still, Audrey's gonna head over and see if she can help with the twins. But it's a slow process.
Quite geek.
I'm going for Berserker.
Do you say that? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Matthias?
Grab one. And from context, it was said a few seconds ago,
Mm-hmm.
grab one of the bodies.
Mm-mm. Okay, okay. And he hustles forward. Sigrid. I think I'll need your consciousness check first up. Unless you're not doing out.
God, I've done this before. I don't know that I need one with unkillable. Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah, it's just death checks that you don't need. Easy. And there you go.
Alright, well, I'm gonna come on down this hall, all out to this guy's neck.
That looks like a success, and he's kneeling.
I still haven't rolled it.
Oh. Oh, right, yeah, that's your unconscious check.
Uh,
You remain conscious the guy to death.
I mean, that is effectively how you win a fight, right?
That is most definitely not a dodge.
fuck it.
Could be a
What
super
are
dodge.
penalties.
What? What? That's like double what you did to the last guy.
Spent the 10 HP.
Oh, of course. He's somehow meant to survive that, but he's not going to be pretty when he wakes up, if ever.
Yeah, Everoth, take that.
Well, I'll be.
Everoth flatlines briefly in the hospital.
Go blue! Go blue!
Bleep.
This guy's like just glancing over his shoulder as he picks up speed running. Just like, holy shit!
But yeah, that raises a good question. Why do people always swear so long when they die?
I don't know. What? How many times do we need to ban Jared before he keeps coming back? Wait, what? Alright, this guy's like terrified. He thinks he's about to die.
He suspects he's about to die.
It's only a hypothesis. Sigrid is the methodology.
Looks like I'm at a -1 +2.
What?
And that was 12 shots. Wow. I did not expect that to happen, really. What did I get on the crit?
Is Sigrid gonna die? Yeah, this is gonna put Sigrid down.
Anything we can do about it?
No.
She'll stand back up again.
Yeah, give her like 2 minutes, she'll be fine.
Oh, okay, okay. So she's not gonna be put down for good. That was my word.
Now, if he was Mr. Freeze, I'd be worried.
What killed the dinosaurs? And it was the double shock damage critical hit table. And
Oh. Yeah, don't even do the math. I'm just gonna set this to -200. Sigurd's out.
yeah, a couple of them were vitals hits. So you can probably hear someone running now, Guy, as well. Or in fact,
Okay.
no, it's going to be... Combat will end for another minute or so. Those guys are going to regroup and look at Sigurd's dead body for about 30 seconds. And just be like, holy shit, these guys are dead. And it's like, grab the fucking ammo.
You say 30 seconds?
More like a minute.
Depending on whether or not you twitch.
So, I think currently I'm just a pile of meat.
Yeah.
I'm under armor. They can't even see what's going on under there.
No, it's just a mess in this corridor. They dragged you back off the friends' bodies and looted the
so
friends.
If they had a minute, I'm at -80.
What armor?
Oh yeah, your armor's been fairly shredded as well.
I thought it had that like auto sealing thing. Oh,
On Summit,
okay.
I'm not
Probably
sure
not
it
the
can keep
first
up with that. The titanium plate doesn't auto seal. It's more like a titanium colander now. Guy, how fast are you moving down that corridor?
Hi, ready. I'm not running, but I'm moving quickly, so we'll call it the standard move of 5 seconds. Or 5 meters per second. Enough that I can keep my gun up without it bobbing around, you know?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what they're going to do. They might just leave, honestly. 2 people dead is kind of mission failure at this point. This is going worse than Bolivia.
They start to walk out, and they have an angry berserker behind them, chasing them down.
That's what they worried about. The skill's already come back up once. No, they carry on down the corridor. Guy, you definitely think the lights are getting closer to you now.
When they are close enough that, you know, I'm worried about coming up against their engagement range, or I guess when I can see them clearly enough that I think they can probably see me, even though I won't have a light on. Anyways, I'll fire a smoke grenade as far as I can down the corridor.
50 seconds have gone by, and yeah, Guy, you kind of catch a glimpse of them, and you think they're going to see you any second, so that's probably when you fire it.
So right about now, just thematically, like as that's happening, can we say Sigurd pops up and just screams a berserker rage?
Yep, I think that's pretty thematic.
Like, hereby distracting these guys from the grenade that's about to come at them?
Okay. Just
Like-
prior to the grenade launch.
Like,
yes.
just like screaming, and they're just like, oh my god, she's back up!
Yes, Guy. So in fact, you see the lights like flicker off, and you see these guys' backs, tiny little ant-men in the distance. As you also hear the berserker scream.
Oh, good, she's not dead.
It's weirdly encouraging.
So what's been going on in here during this time? Some bodies been getting moved. Big D been draped over a table somehow by Myers.
Yeah, I think might suppose the table close and Struggles.
What's the point of putting them on the tables?
The table's on wheels.
Right, but
The
the
table
tables
will-
presumably the legs fold in, so you put them sideways to get them through the doors.
Yep.
So the doors are too small to wheel the tables out.
But you can get Big D close to a door.
I think some minor questioning is in order, such as who's coming from there of our green friend.
You said they were coming. Who are they?
It's the Americans. The ones in charge. I don't know. The soldiers.
It sounds like Sigrid took care of them. It sounds like Berserker took care of them.
As the scream suddenly issues out that corridor as well.
Other than hallway, what's that direction?
Well, just the elevator. It goes up to the island. It's we're in the middle.
All right, well, that's the way out.
Matt's just starting to run, or Matthias. He just running down that corridor or something.
Bringing the lighter of the twins.
Alrighty. Arthur's like screaming after you as you go, like, they'll kill you. Are you crazy?
I think they're going to be dealt with before he even gets there. But let's go. And Audrey's going to make sure that guy stays in front of her so that he doesn't just run the other way.
Into the poison gas.
Knockout.
Or like
gas, but
into the morgue to hide in the locker. Or
Just-
I wouldn't put it over him to hide in the locker.
an already occupied one at that as well. He'll
Oh,
find a shorter person, push him close to the door, and crawl up above their head. Alright. Back to Sigrid. You've just stood up. You can see them in the distance that have made it a fair bit further, though. Another.
What's the result of that grenade?
A lot of smoke. Could you reach him with Gi at like 500 meters? No, not quite.
No, not quite.
Oh,
But it, puts a wall of cover between me and the guys with the longer range guns than I've got.
Yeah, they're not going to be shooting through the smoke.
ha. Okay. I think Sigrid will grab her bow. And drape one of these bodies over her.
Body armor.
Quite literally. And yeah, just, kind of slowly start making her way down the hallway.
They start shouting at you. They're like, stay where you are, girl.
I keep coming! You should run!
Don't make us kill you again. And like, they fired a couple of bullets that, hit into the back of the guy that you've got over your torso.
I not stop!
I'm just... We know how this is going to play out. Sigrid's going to get shot again.
Well, Yeah, no, I know.
Mhm.
I know. I literally, like, at this point, I'm making a shitload of noise and just, making sure the rest of the team will be fine when they take these guys out.
Yeah, this fight goes on a little while. Sigrid, you stay up a lot longer this time, and you guys hear a lot of gunfire as you approach the smoke cover.
I mean, eventually they're gonna run out of ammo.
They indeed empty their clips. And Sigrid, you're still up. Throwing that body down as they've stopped shooting at you and they're just screaming like, fuck, fuck.
Yeah, I just drop the body and start running at them when they stop shooting at me.
Oh, then let's make this range accurate and for everybody. Except, there's smoke here.
Like, they can keep shooting me, and I will keep standing up. But at this point, the rest of the team has got to be coming.
So, Sigrid, you're up. That guy in front of you is not good armor anymore. He's too slippery.
Yeah, he's probably just ground beef at this point. He said, range was accurate now?
Yeah. For both parties. But you can't see behind them. It's kind of smoky here as well.
We will go. You know what? This one's actually, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be at a 9 no matter what. So, might as well go for the neck and add in a. Nah, we'll just go for the neck.
Why? I think is it -4 for the move and attack. So minus. It might be lower than 9.
Just 9.
It might be lower than the 9 though. It cannot exceed 9. So make sure you do neck penalty plus -4.
Neck penalty. Where's the -4 from?
For a move and attack.
I didn't realize that there was also a penalty for that.
Yeah.
It usually doesn't matter.
It usually doesn't matter because there's usually not enough penalties to get it below that.
Okay. Then I guess, fuck it. -9. Are you... What is going on? -9.
Oof. Did I delete these guys from the turn order? No, they're just way slow. Myas.
I was just pushing the table towards the door. Or he has been pushing the table towards the door.
Okay, so yeah, you may well have already got it fairly far forward.
It probably won't fit, but well.
Yep. Maybe you can get like a broom or something once you have it into the narrow corridor.
Just this image that I'm seeing over here. A if you push from that side and they pull from the other side, maybe you can get him to the lift.
You gotta angle it. You gotta angle it.
You said it's like a wrestling match. At a certain point, you're just sort of rolling it down the corridor.
Yeah,
Well, how'd they get those damn tables down here in the first place?
IKEA, mate. It's flat pack. Audrey.
Audrey's hurting people. She's not letting either the skeleton or the green guy get behind her because either of them make a run for it. But she's also encouraging the green guy to get the twin.
Yeah, I think he's... In fact, no, I think he gestures at the twin with his hand. And you see wisps of mushroomy stuff glitter over and kind of... like a skateboard of mold fingers forms underneath this person.
I don't suppose you can do that for the big guy.
Maybe, but... Yeah, I suppose. Oh, will that be on his turn? What am I on about?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He drops his gun. He's gonna go back to a standing posture. He's gonna try and fast draw his knife. He barely succeeds. He's gonna try and stab Sigrid in the face. Oh, but he misses. The other one is gonna step back into the smoke and turn and probably see the outlines of people at this point. And he's gonna point his gun at you and say, "Freeze!"
Okay. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step, and I'm gonna shoot that guy in the chest with a smoke grenade, which I imagine will just do some crushing damage because it's not really meant to be used this way.
Pretty sure it explicitly says it does crushing damage.
It might even actually be on the sheet now that I'm thinking about it.
I'd let you use a serendipity to have a different round loaded.
Then yeah, I'll take the baton round.
Why? Still going for the torso.
Still going for the torso, which... What's the negative on that? I
0.
don't know why. Okay, perfect. Oh, then I'm going for the head. The front skull, what's that?
-5 for the face. Oh, front skull though is -7.
We'll do the face then.
Crush into face is good for knockdown.
Is it just taking a second? Oh, I know what happened. There's no skill associated with the grenade itself.
Even in a very light smoke, that'll hit. He does not dodge. Double knockback, right?
Double knockback.
It like chips his visor on his helmet. And his neck steps back. He like staggers backwards a step. Matthias.
Just keep pulling the body.
Alright. You're probably not quite caught up then if you've been dragging a body all this way. Gotcha. Yeah. I'll do it. And he starts walking over to Big D as that follows him. That's a big turn Arthur had. Sigrid. Guy's got a knife.
let's go. Where the fuck are the... There we go. And -4, arms, -2. Yeah, his knife arm... He's going bye-bye. So we'll do all out determined at his knife arm. So you're gonna roll? There you go.
Let's try and parry your axe, cool guy style. Oh, nice.
Jesus.
Like holds his knife up sideways and ching. Oh, but that were a super swing as well.
Yes.
Ooh, does this fall under parry in heavy weapons yet? There's definitely a difference in weight between your axe and his knife.
And then I'm effectively strength 30.
Let's see if there's some...
The only thing that really matters is the weight of the weapons, but it's significantly large. How heavy is your axe?
His knife will break on a roll of 1 or 2 on a 1d6. No, his knife doesn't break, but he shits his pants like when the axe connects and the back of his blade nearly gets pushed into his face. Nice.
So it's not gonna fit, right?
The table's not, no.
God damn it. That's my turn.
Audrey.
Push it on the... She starts talking to Mice.
South one attempts to fast draw a knife, fails, draws his knife and steps forward. One facing Sigrid is going to... Let's go for a slash at Sigrid's neck. Oh, that's potentially a hit.
Well, it's definitely a hit.
Oh, right. Ooh. Ooh, cool. This ain't going to be very impressive. Have you got any armor to your neck?
I am just checking that. Neck. 20.
Let's devise a 5.
So 4.
So 1 damage got through. So you took 2 damage to your neck there.
I'm not even gonna mark it down. Go.
No,
Wait.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna mark it down. I'll just not heal it next time.
Geet.
Let's just shoot this guy with a couple more. I don't even care where. Rate of fire is 3. Let's do all 3. Is there a modifier
Okay.
for the smoke?
Nah, at this range in this corridor where it's shoot straight forward and you will hit the dude, no penalty for smoke.
Roll 3d6 for the random location, since you don't care where. Leg?
He tries to dive to the ground, so...
I assume 8's leg.
I think I hit him with all 3.
You
I think
did.
Right arm.
With a dive to the ground, I think he dodges all three.
Oh,
Does
then-
the guy behind him take all three?
Very possibly.
Or the girl behind him.
He takes one of them.
To the.
And Sigrid takes one of them.
So that's to the guy.
To his back, yeah.
And that's the Sigrid.
Face.
Were they both baton?
Yes.
Okay. So Sigrid, you probably don't even notice that.
I don't think I've got armor on my face. I
Cool.
do not have armor on my
You
face.
just got a bandana or something wrapped around your nose.
Yeah.
Bandit mask.
Actually,
So Guy dealt more damage with the baton than they did with the super knife.
Yep.
okay, so Sigurd takes 4 crushing to the face.
Sorry.
Whatever.
And
It's not enough to trigger a health check.
So I am at 6 HP.
are you going to attempt to take either of these guys alive, Guy and Sigrid?
Oh, at this point I might. They've not got the ability to drop me fairly rapidly.
Alright then, Sigrid.
You know what? Sigrid style bear hug.
Holy tackle.
I'm not on fire.
Wrestling success by 3. He fails his dodge, so you grapple him, and he is now at -1 to DX and skill rolls based on active control that you have. You've got 3 control points over him. Myas. Is just not doing much. We should just flip straight to the armed humans, really.
Yep.
3d6. Yeah, he tries to do an acrobatic stand and fails pretty terribly. Going only to his knees. This guy is being bear hugged by Sigrid. Let's try and stab her in the face with a knife while this is happening. He misses. Gee.
Uh, 5-foot step, drop the grenade launcher, and we're gonna try and quick draw the pistol. Fast draw pistol. Zoop. The guy looks to be wearing pretty solid armor on his chest.
Yes.
How far behind me is Matthias?
Pretty far. A good 50 meters at least, I'd say.
Okay, I'll shoot him twice in the chest with my pistol.
I'd wager hundreds because Guy was able to rush down a corridor while Matthias was
You've only just gone
pulling
in there,
someone
haven't you?
similar in weight to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the minus to the chest? 0, right?
0.
And God, there's no range either.
He's crouching though, so you'll be at -2.
-2 for the crouch. Oh, I'll only hit him with 1.
Wow, what a shit roll.
No fucking kidding.
Hard to get good angles up close.
Yeah.
He fails to dodge. Did you go for the chest again, did you say?
I did go for the chest again.
Show me damage. That's not gonna... No divisor.
No.
No, okay, yeah. It doesn't do anything.
Oh, it doesn't even... Oh, because that's for every 10... Shit.
Sigrid,
Okay.
Can I just headbutt this guy?
So you bear hugging him at a minute. Apparently those are a bit more complicated. What's your basic lift?
Basic lift. 45? What's the basic lift number? It's just your simple lift.
The first one. Yep,
Yeah.
simple.
Yep,
I don't
45.
know why they say simple in the sheet. It's basic lift.
Okay, yeah.
What's your wrestling relative to your DX as well?
-1.
-1, okay. It would have technically been a fail on a bear hug, but for just a grab, seeing as we didn't know that there's these extra penalties for air quotes bear hugs.
Okay.
So yeah, you've got him grappled. You can legit make any striking attack. You can even make the penalty for headbutting him less by spending some of your 3 control points.
Sure, I'll spend all 3.
So you can, you just roll against brawling, I think, to make a headbutt attack. -7 to his skull, but then if you spend them 3 points, it only becomes -4.
Well, that's a hit.
That's a hit. He can try and dodge, but it'll be difficult for him. He fails it by 1. Good hit. You've headbutted him. Roll thrust crushing. 9. Crushed. Wow. It knocks his helmet off. He's wearing a helmet. You bash it off with your headbutt.
Okay.
And he's gonna try and stab you in the face again. And he fails even worse. Gee. Oh no, Gee's in a fight. Stay crouched. Stab at Gee's vitals.
I can parry. I can parry with my pistol.
Go for it.
Sorry, I'm very excited to finally be able to
Parry with your pistol.
parry with my pistol. Yes.
Some gun fu action going.
Yes.
When you're gonna get area defense.
Fencing with guns only brought people like using nail guns on their fences.
Is it just the skill roll for parry?
Half skill +3.
Okay, I'll have to actually put that in there. But skill is 19.
Wow.
So what's half of that?
9.
9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm rolling against 12.
You can
If you
spend an FP as well if you want for the +2.
If you have
Oh,
combat
yeah.
reflexes, that will add also.
I do have
Oh.
combat reflexes.
Yep, extra +1 for combat reflexes. So 13 base parry with a pistol. That's amazing. Clunk. Yeah. Radical.
Yeah. I'm very happy about that. Thank you for, it was either James or Jared, whichever of you pointed that particular perk out.
Definitely puts a nick in your case, but it's your turn now.
James found the perk, I found the roll.
Yeah. And with their powers combined, all right, I'm gonna smack him in the face with my pistol. I forgot to put the -5 in there for face.
It hits.
Wish I were stronger. Oh, come on!
Soup. You know what? I feel like this fight just gonna go one way, and that's pretty much these guys get the faces bashed in for a good like minute here. And that's
Messias finally drags his guy up to see Guy smacking a guy over and over in the face with his pistol, and Sigrid, I don't know, clobbering some guy with his own severed arm.
yeah, I think Sigrid, it only takes one more headbutt, and that guy drops to the ground with a trickle of blood running down front of his face. And then you probably
Okay.
just walk up.
Wait, leave them alive. They're the Americans. They could be useful. They could have information.
As he's saying that, Sigrid's lifted the guy that Guy's just been pistol whipping in the face about 5 times. And you suplex him, and he gets knocked out. Sound good?
Do you have
Sounds
handcuff?
good. What handcuff?
Rope?
No.
Just get Link to take them somewhere safe.
I'll strip my guy. At least I'll throw his helmet off, grab his gun, communicator.
Do these guys have handcuffs?
Yeah,
That's a
they've got
good point.
plastic ties.
Oh, perfect. All right, let's zip tie both of these guys.
At least somebody's a professional.
It's on
Well,
my to-do
now
list,
we've got
okay?
zip ties.
It's on my to-do list.
Well, now you can mark it off.
Geeky has to show Sigurd how these things work.
They're like magic. These things will be like magic. Whoa, mate. Wish I had these. Collecting firewood, doing everything. All of Sigrid's tents would have been built using zip ties.
All right, Berserker, you carry the. I'll lead the pack towards the elevator with my gun out at a rate where Matthias can keep up. Did everybody else get out?
I think so. I've got the back.
Okay, I think now is a good time for a very quick break, if that's alright with everyone.
That's perfectly fine.
Alright, we'll be right back then. We are back. So, everyone's kind of mostly around this region. Underground right now. Those guys have been defeated. 2 of them very much dead, you can see now. The other 2 very much beat into unconsciousness, or practically unconsciousness. One of them keeps mumbling, like, you super powered fucks, gonna fucking die.
Accents. Do people in Nirvana just speak with an American accent?
West Coast.
Lots of very different accents in Nirvana. Mostly, I'd say, probably, yeah, West Coast American accents.
Okay.
Almost like a British guy trying to give a West Coast accent.
Yeah, that'd do it.
accent.
That'd do it for a lot of the native population.
Perfect.
And that's what this guy has?
No, stands out as a more
Do
general
you have
American accent.
linguistics?
I think you could just generally people can recognize different accents. Although I'd struggle with locations in America.
Yeah,
Beyond
Especially in
South.
like 200 years ago.
He were trained specifically for this culture.
Alright, so Guy, today in class we're going over pre-apocalypse American culture. Now tell me, do you remember from last class what pog champs are?
I mean, I feel like a lot of it is just, oh, hey, here, watch these 3 movies.
Thankfully, we're sending you to the 90s and not to the 20 years later. Much
So,
less learn.
as Arthur approaches Big D, he holds his hands out and he says, "This might be too heavy for me to move." But then, before he starts doing anything, the sheet of D begins to ripple. It's twitching. It doesn't look happy. Then suddenly he starts shrinking like a ball bag dipped in ice water. And he gets smaller and smaller and smaller until he's roughly the size of a tennis ball.
Great job.
I didn't do that. That wasn't me. He puts his hands up. He did that himself.
Good boy.
Big D turned into little D. How heavy is it?
Like 5 pounds. Pretty heavy for something that size, but not uncarryable by any means. It's dense. It is solid.
Well, let's get
Okay, I
going.
pick it up. So weird.
Whoop. Feel free to add Big D to your inventory. He weighs 5 pounds.
Little Big D.
Little Big D, yeah.
5 pounds. Must be folding space somehow.
To the elevators.
Okay, yeah. I think you go to the elevators. Do you bring the dead bodies with you, or just the unconscious guys?
The unconscious guys and the dead bodies equipment,
Okay.
including any uniforms that are intact enough that they could be fixed with a run through a washing machine and a sewing machine.
Yeah, in fact, I think mostly the uniforms are just about perfect.
Excellent. You never know when we may
I
need it
mean,
straight
I
up.
all but decapitated that one guy and sliced the throat of the other.
And then nutted the helmet off the other guy, nutted his skull in a bit.
Pressure washing.
Yeah,
Audrey
they
will
just
make
need some blood cleaned out.
Audrey will make a point of not looking at the bodies as we go past, because still in contact with Lily.
Yeah, they are extra gruesome as well.
No need to dwell on that.
So, Lily,
Am I getting arrested?
I'm not sure what's happening. You called Simons. He figured out where you were.
Yeah, and I told him that I found the twins that were missing, and that I found the American spy in my ramblings.
Yeah, I think a legit surf squad is showing up at the penthouse with Simons at the helm. They'll probably arrive by
Hey,
the balcony.
Are you shitting me? I'm gonna move us and then call. Or I'm gonna.
Io and Tiana show up with Simons.
Yeah, I'm calling him on his cell. I
Simons?
see him bottom. Yeah.
He's on your balcony.
Oh, on the balcony. He
Yeah.
just jumped up there.
Oh, he's been carried by Io.
Okay. Do they look hostile?
A little bit. He opens the door and he's like, Lily, where are the twins? Who's with you? Who have you kidnapped?
Poke my head out and go, like, why'd you bring these guys?
Because we've got to detain someone, Lily.
him and go, like, the twins are okay. And I'll think to Audrey, they're cool, right?
Uh huh.
Like, they're coming.
Where are they?
Gonna frown at him and go, I am gonna bring them. Don't worry about it.
If you wanted to actually come and get them, that would make things a lot easier for us.
Do you want me to? I think back. Oh, me come and get them. I'll go, fine, give me a sec. And then
I
I'll
mean,
bring
ask
them.
first.
I'll collect the twins. And then bamf back.
All right.
So Surf probably has a brief freak out as they think that she's fleeing, and then she returns with the twins.
As soon as you return, Tiana will hold her hands out, and the weird wispy light powers that she has will come forth from her fingers and try to grasp around you. You may attempt to dodge.
I'm gonna yell, hey, whoa, and back off. I'll warp dodge.
Barely a hit.
Jerk. Combat. Let's see.
Io shouts, "Do not resist!" And Simon says, do not warp again, Lily!" And he's running over to the twins.
Is she being detained?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask. Am I being detained?
He's going to look up at you and he's going to say, "Yes, Lily, yes. You're coming with us."
Like,
Or you're
why?
running. Why? Because you need to answer questions, Lily. This isn't
then
good enough.
ask me to answer questions.
We need to get these guys elsewhere immediately. And I don't want you out of my sight, Lily.
Like, okay, let me get someone from my room and I'll be right back.
Simons tilts his head at Tiana and she follows you.
I go into my room and hoist Auntie Tina over my shoulder.
As you open the door and she sees her there, Tiana will go to suspend her with her beams. It's like cables of glowing neon that kind of sprout from her gloves, is what it looks like.
Nice.
Wrap around victims, anything, and then she can lift them from a distance as if with the Half-Life 2 gravity gun.
Okay, or you can hold her.
So this is the American Spy. This is Tina Ako.
Like, yep.
We're detaining all three of you. Simons is already on his phone and he's like asking for teams and all sorts of stuff. He turns back to you and just says, "Where were the twins, Lily? Who are you doing this with?"
Underground.
Underground where? We've not got time for this.
Out of character, I think you know that we're in Fairy Island.
I mean, she knows out of character.
Yeah, I think I'll need either acting or resisted interrogation. So just a will check.
Oh, so no acting?
Mm,
I think he said one or the other.
yeah, if you think you can do better at acting, then I'll allow that. If you think that you'll do better at a will check, I'll allow that. You come in with us, Lily, he says.
Like, I wasn't not gonna. Where are
Good.
we going?
You find
Don't
out.
grab me, bro.
I always like putting his hand on you.
Seriously?
Just take my hand, he says.
Frown, take it. If he jerks me around, this is gonna be the worst.
No, he'll hold you securely. And he'll accelerate slowly.
Alright. So I am getting arrested. Okay, guys.
Wow. Sorry, talking to my cat.
I'm keeping that link with Audrey, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. Although there's a reasonable chance it'll break if they actually take you somewhere secure.
I think you're going to get taken to the place that Lucius was taken to that time. Or the place that Lucius snuck into that time, maybe.
Wasn't that Secret Surf, though?
That was Secret Surf, yeah. You'll probably get
This is
taken
Surf. Probably just taken to his office or something.
straight to Parliament, yeah. For now.
I mean,
Other
if we
guys.
start heading that direction, I'll be like, are we going to your office? I could just bring us there.
Do not warp again, Lily.
It's like Guy with the murdering.
He hasn't murdered anybody in months.
And don't do it again.
Okay. So, I get drugged to Parliament.
Everyone else, Lily appears and takes the twins off your hands.
So we just stand around for about 20 minutes waiting for her to come back. And when she doesn't, we start trying to...
Oh, no, there's no standing around.
Yeah.
Audrey's aware of what's going on. We're getting the hell out of here.
I mean, the soldier... You know what? Just ask one of the soldiers, like, hey, how'd you guys get to the island?
Fuck you, dude.
So where are we?
We were like here-ish.
Oh, no, yeah, there if you take the elevator out.
Wasn't it a 3-kilometer walk?
Yeah, it was, but that place was over here somewhere, I think, if I recall. Oh, no, you took...
Maybe it wasn't a direct straight shot.
Yeah, all
curve
of
or
this
something?
would... It's a magic tunnel. There's magic ladders.
The math did not match the math.
No, it's non-Euclidean bunker.
Okay, will the guy tell me how they got to the island if I hit him in the face a couple of times?
You can try interrogation. I believe it defaults from intimidation, maybe.
Which I also don't
It's
have.
a Skyrim dungeon. It popped us out right next to where we entered.
Mm-hmm. But like above on a ledge that you can't really see from the entrance.
Yeah.
Interrogation, IQ -5, intimidation -3, psychology -4.
I mean, it's
Hey.
entirely possible that we went in on this island up here and came out over here, or vice versa.
Yeah,
But-
and I'm pretty sure I described the lift as not moving down quite vertically as well.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
that kind of probably figures it out.
Yeah.
This guy actually shits his pants, Ski, when you punch him in face.
Okay, does he also tell me how they got to the island?
There's a boat! You fucker! He spits a tooth
Where?
out. On the south, in a cove.
All right,
You want me to fucking show you?
we'll start heading south and look for a cove.
And you begin a hike south. Lucius wakes up in the
Random
hospital.
Question:
Yep.
Can I get a vision from the owls? And since I'm perceiving that, does Audrey get that too?
There's probably some kind of feedback loop going on, yeah?
We probably have to work at it, but it can be done.
I imagine
Alright,
your
well, I'll try to
brains
get eyes on
mostly focus it out because otherwise it's a bit confusing.
Mhm.
I mean, I will try to get them a view of that cove while I'm getting detained.
Awesome.
Okay, so you start looking for... Give me a search check.
Okay.
Perception if you've not got it.
I do have a search. It's not very good, but I have it. I do not.
You've got owls flying about around there. And there's a few coves. But you don't find it immediately.
Owls flying about the aisles.
Aye, there's owls flying about the aisles.
We'll make them show us where it is, anyways.
But I think you said Lucius woke up.
Yeah, Lucius, you'll wake up in the hospital with someone in a suit. In fact, no. Jack Mawson straight up stood over you.
He is gonna look around. Is the door closed or open?
It's a private room. Doors closed. Only you and Jack Mawson in there.
He's gonna look in his pockets to see if he has a cigarette because it probably hurts like a bitch.
No pockets. You are wearing a hospital gown. But Mawson will see what you're doing and hold out a pack of those fancy cigarettes you like.
Thanks, Morrison. I'm happy to see you. And he's gonna lean in, take one, light up, and just look at him as to wondering and saying at the same time, "So, how long have you been standing there? Short enough to be nice or long enough to be creepy?"
Bit of both.
How long have I been out?
Only an hour or so. Lily, well, we think Lily Dunning dropped you off here about an hour ago.
That sounds about right. So, what did I miss? And he just like clicks and here's Morrison.
I don't know. What did I miss? What did this, Lucius?
Oh, that thing from the sewers that ate the other team? He's gonna say very coy and very cocky.
Where is it now? Do you know?
I have no idea, honestly.
Lily's being detained.
Why?
Vigilanteism.
That was not what happened.
Lily Dunning called Surf Officer Simons with what she says is an American spy, it seems. You know anything about this?
Shit, out of character. I don't know if I should tell him. I mean, I'm out of that RPG plays where like, should
It's
you
up to
tell
you, man.
Morrison? Should you not tell Morrison? Shit.
Roll your character.
It's a moral question for your character to wrestle with. I think all of us out of character are fine with you going either way. You're not going to upset us.
I've definitely got no judgment.
What does Lucius, the Stasi informant, tell
Mawson, the Stasi boss?
Actually, German for boss is chef, so Stasi chef.
It sounds like bullshit, but I believe you.
Lucius, out of his instinct, out of what happened, especially after being speared on the chest, will say, "Yeah, we were looking on some clues, and I was just keeping an eye on them. We spotted this woman who confessed of being an American spy. They clicked a button, and the thing that from the sewers shot me on the chest with the spears that I really chose to want to remember, Morrison."
Well, shit. He puts his hand on your shoulder. I'm glad you're alive again, Lucius.
Thanks.
And by that, yeah. And then he has an awkward
News
thing
that he died.
explaining that it doesn't mean that you died. It just means that he's once again happy to see that you are alive after a situation where you could have died.
He knows he knows he means well.
Glad to
But-
see you alive, zombie.
What else do you know, Morrison?
Not much. Where is it? Where was this? On Fairy?
Yeah, we were following this mushroom-looking ants,
Mushroom.
and that led us to that woman. Oh, well, and more of those creepy things. See, the scribe's net.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. About an hour's hike through jungles, probably about right to start getting close to this cove. We're a couple of, beat up prisoners.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
And you arrive at it, and you've got like 10 owls in this cove, Lily. They're all staring down at you, and Audrey, you see yourself from 10 different angles through someone else's mind briefly.
That's dizzying.
Yeah, before you shift your focus, because that's confusing as shit. And the soldiers will nod. They'll gesture over at a pile of shrubbery and stuff in the shallows where they've covered the boat in reeds and vines and things like that.
That explains why the owls couldn't find it.
One
They
of them
can't dig.
little tactical dinghies, GTA style, deliver the money.
All right then. Will we fit in this thing?
Yeah, there were what, five guys in one?
Yeah, there's room for you all. Especially given D's size. As long as D doesn't reinflate in the journey, you should be okay. He probably floats. You could use him as a boat.
Oh, come on.
5 guys is pretty good at fitting a lot of guys into a lot of fries into a bag.
That's likely under its stability rating, so you're not
Yep.
fancy, but you're good.
You hear an helicopter approaching over to the north of the island.
Let's try to get the hell out of here before we're spotted.
Yep, agreed.
Laughing at guys' boobs. Bit of an awkward journey as you maneuver around some pretty dodgy looking rocks and waves.
There's a beach with a storm drain on it somewhere on this side of the island. I don't exactly remember where, but somewhere along this corner.
Where you hid the bikes.
Right
Yep.
here.
Yeah, it is indeed way west.
Oh. Oh God, I have way off.
But it's, still something that's accessible by boat for sure.
Yeah, okay, so let's do that.
Have you got area knowledge, Nirvana?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everyone's good.
Doing.
Nice little boat trip. Sigrid, you're on a boat. Is this the first time you've been on a boat since...
No, we did that whole yacht thing.
Oh, yeah, right, the yacht thing. Dumb.
We went out on a launch.
So while we're out in the middle of the bay, seems like a reasonable time to have a tense conversation about ethics.
In gaming journalism.
Because of the implications.
Please, these men were never in any danger.
So the authorities are going to want to know things.
We don't know anything.
Yes, one of them says before the other one kicks him.
Good luck to the authorities.
So on the one hand, do we even turn these guys over? I think we should.
We turn them over
Yes.
to Lucius.
We're not going to just murder them.
No, we're not going to murder
Wait.
them. but
Turn
we
them over
should-
to Lucius, did you say?
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't read murder. Oh. Yeah, it makes sense. Lucius can read them like books and tell you everything that's in them.
Heck, Lucius could pilot or pretend to be one of them. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Anyway.
Are you guys actually suggesting this? Audrey
No.
says.
No, but we do need to get information out of them before we turn them over.
Who the fuck is Lucius? One of them says.
I kick the guy
Violet,
who
can you
asked.
do that mind thing?
Can you guys swim with your hands tied?
I mean, if I do the mind thing, we don't need him.
Well, I mean,
Just do the mind thing.
Scramble their memory?
They're planning an attack. Just do the mind thing.
Stay out of my brain, you super freak.
I kick him again. In the nuts.
Oh,
Alright,
my
fine.
nuts.
while this is all going on, Sigrid will pick one of them up and like start moving towards the side of the boat. We only really need one.
What the fuck you doing? Put me down! Put me down!
Is it the one that broke from my interrogation earlier? Enhanced interrogation?
Yeah. He crit failed on that interrogation. Resist.
So Audrey will kind of stretch and basically kind of warm up to go into the mind of one of them while Sigrid threatens the other one. I think we might be doing some intimidation prior to actual powers. Or was Sigrid just genuinely considering throwing them in?
Actually, I think Sigrid will like jump in with him and hold him up in such a way that he can like breathe, but there's a lot of sound coming from over the side where the other guy can't see.
So holding on the side of the boat, though.
Yeah, like holding on the side of the boat, but like, you know, dunk him and then pull him back out so that way there's noise, and then kind of dunk him.
Yeah, and
And then
he is screaming through this when he's above water and coughing. And like, please, please.
and then I think I will dunk him again and then go under. And as I'm holding him, I'll make eye contact and just tell him to shut up and slowly like push him back up.
Give me a swimming check at like a -3, please.
Any bonus since I'm holding the boat with the other hand?
This is to represent all the dunking and etc.
Okay.
I think yeah. Just -3. Yeah, no problem for you. Aye. So when that guy goes quiet on the other side, he says, "Stay out of my brain. Just, what do you want to know?"
Which one, Audrey? Which one are you going to interrogate?
This one.
Yeah, there's only one left.
Okay, Matthias will take his little knife thing that he grabbed and just draw a bit of blood from the guy. And then I will activate my bottle of cold medicine with from Biotech page 57, Truth Serum.
Oh, snap.
After 30 seconds, the subject suffers 1d6 FP damage and must succeed HT -1 or be at -2 to will and all self-control rolls for a few minutes.
Did this bottle of cold medicine come out of the claw machine?
Cold Nazzini, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It did.
Nice.
Well, at least something good came from that.
The car?
I think he were including that in his statement.
I made my point.
Actually, that
course-
car is pretty badass now.
Oh, is it?
I mean, it still looks like a piece of shit, but
Yeah,
fast, handles better.
nice.
Got a rotating license plate and caltrop dispensers.
It's a sleeper. It's what you call a sleeper.
Yeah, okay. that
Except
makes
it's kind of gone too far in that direction. It's like a junker. Stands out because it's a piece of trash doing 200 miles an hour.
Nothing will ever beat this car.
Anyways, shall we have some questioning?
His eyes glaze over somewhat after Myas fiddles with him with a knife for a bit. And he's like,
Matthias.
Matthias, my god, I'm doing it. He starts chewing on his lips and grinding his teeth a bit.
So let's start simple. What's your name?
I'm Donald Duck, bro. I love Donald Duck, man. That's me.
What did you do to him?
I kick him in the balls.
My name's Thomas Gray. Fuckers.
Rank?
Trying to think of an appropriate rank. Sergeant, maybe?
Unit.
Mm,
You don't have to actually provide the name of the unit if you.
Yep. We're gonna work our way up to figure out like where he's from though.
yeah, it takes some time. I'm sure we've all seen True Lies when Arnold gets the serum.
Yeah.
He's trying his best. But he's like,
Are you from east or west of Colby, Nebraska? Are you from east or west of Lexington, Kentucky? Are you from east or west of Lynchburg, Virginia? Are you from east or west of
Enough with the questions.
Princeton, Virginia?
I'm from
Cutting the US in half each time.
Dayton, Ohio, bro.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
And what were you doing then there?
Coming to find out what had gone wrong. Kill the idiots. Kill Arthur, for sure. He laughs and nods his head at Arthur, and Arthur's just like, I knew it!
What were they doing?
What are they doing? Arthur.
And the people he was working for? Yeah.
Getting ready. We're gonna kill the president.
What were you doing with the like what are those things called, Arthur? Big D.
Oh. Arthur shrugs. It's one of the boys. Mama just calls it a best boy. Mama, stupid Tina, says Tom.
So like it seems like you're collecting powers and putting them into that thing. What was that supposed to do?
He shrugs. This Tina's thing. We're after the slugs. He kind of rotates his head a bit, rubs his neck out with his shoulder. Neck slugs. Those things.
Are you using them for the attack?
Nods slowly with like a smile on his face.
Did you figure out a
Who
way to...
have you already put them in?
He shrugs. He's like, got him on a few, but they got taken off. Ooh. He shrugs. Not my division.
Where are they being controlled from?
Back home. Pentagon, maybe? I don't know where.
Where are you based right now, like out of Nirvana?
I've got me and the guys. Oh, the guys. He looks over at the side of the boat where Sigrid's like holding his friend by the throat. And he's just got tears streaming down his face over there.
No, you still can't see the guy either, so.
Yeah, exactly. He looks over at the side of the boat where he last saw his friend.
Can I put that guy's hands like on the side of the boat so he can hold himself up and then climb back in? Like make a move that like I will kill you if you make a sound.
Yeah, you could just like even stay sat there with your hand like grabbing his hair or something.
Oh yeah. And I'll just like climb back into the boat.
Yeah.
Without him.
He nods in Sigrid's direction like, oh, poor Dave, man.
Yes, poor Dave.
Where were you guys based out of?
We got a ship. It's a boat. It's a research vessel.
That's where you took this boat from?
Mm-hmm. He nods.
How long have you been out there?
Couple weeks for me. It comes in every month or so. I've been on the island for a year.
Where's the base on the island?
Boat. It's a big boat. We're doing research.
What's the name of the boat?
I wish I could remember the name of the boat from the first game. Because it's that. Ooh, to the transmogrifier.
As long as it's not the Ever Given.
Transmogrifier. Not working. That might be streamer mode related. He gives you the name of the boat.
That's basically what I needed to know.
Force size.
We've got like 80 something minus Dave and Joe and Tim.
All operators?
Oh yeah, that's the soldiers. There's so many science nerds.
And you're gonna kill the president?
Mm-hmm.
Under whose orders?
He looks confused for a second. It's like,
Isn't the United States president supposed to be the commander-in-chief of the armed forces?
he looks like he's trying to formulate something, president's orders, he says.
So the president is ordering you to murder him.
That's the plan.
What about the plan?
We kill everybody, or as many as possible. This is probably a suicide mission anyway. But there'll be a lot of distraction. Rubs his neck again because of the slugs. So maybe we can get back to the boat.
Oh, I see. They're gonna unleash a bunch of mind-controlled supers while they make their attack.
Where are you storing the supers?
They've only been tests so far. We had the twins. They were in Tina's place. She's been here years. There's some on the boat, but not many. The plan is to get them just before we need them.
Yeah, that's clever. All right, I got one last question for you, and I'll make eye contact with Matthias real quick. Wink at him. Is there any piece of information that you can give me right now that will convince me that we should keep you alive?
He swallows hard. Like, kind of giggles a bit. It's like just a single tear rolls down his cheek, and he's shaking his head sadly.
Oh.
He sniffs.
My heart does not bleed for American.
Terrorist?
Yeah.
Soldier? Soldierist? I don't know.
Special operative.
Yep. MD.
Alright,
Father of two wonderful goblins.
I don't have any more questions.
Where's the boat?
It's on the island, or parked at the island.
It stays far enough away, he says, and then comes back for supplies every now and then. He sniffs.
What's your protocol for reaching them?
We just ride the boat back up. There's a radio.
Is there a radio on the boat?
Yeah, there is.
The one that-
There is indeed a radio on the boat.
I also have all of their individual communications
Yup.
equipment.
What do you mean individual communications?
He looted the guys. Inside the helmets, there are hoods and things that you've probably not been able to access, though, if you've been trying.
Let's go there.
What are we doing with them first?
We take them with us.
Yeah, I think Sigrid will look around and like, oh, Rue's over now? And she'll just like haul the guy up by his hair and just plop him back in the bottom of the boat.
He's like
That's
coughing
good work.
and shaking as you put him there. And his friend's just like, oh my god, no, why'd you kill him? Why'd you kill him? And then his friend just kicks him in nuts as hard as he can and says, I'm alive, you fucking idiot.
You two are gonna get us on your boat. Then we'll let you go.
He swallows. Looks indignant.
Otherwise, we're gonna have to rip the bones from your sides one at a time.
Keeps his gob shut still.
You know, I only not murder you for his sake, and I'll point at Matthias. And
Thank you.
but I not like him that much. As I'm like fingering a
Hot.
one of my axes.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Well, now
if
I'm
we're-
hurt.
If we're gonna use these guys to get on board, we need to move quickly. Because
Yes.
eventually they're gonna be, reported as missing. But we can't do this without Lily.
Who's currently talking to the authorities.
So
We're very interested in what's going on.
Who did she contact?
who do you think she contacted?
Surf.
Who in Surf?
Right?
Simons.
It's always Simons.
What? She should have contacted I just forgot his name. Mawson. She should have contacted Mawson.
No, she doesn't like the short guys.
We should contact Yakuza boss. They might want help. These
Sigurd brings like
actual-
a really good point in Audrey's head.
All right, and who do we give these guys to? I say Mawson.
Yakuza.
Well, there's two of them. I'm
would-
not
Did-
kidding.
The Yakuza will kill them. Mawson might not.
Yes, I think Yakuza get more information from them though.
If we want any hope at all of working with Surf, we need to try to work with Surf.
Do we want to work with Surf?
No.
They kind of asshole. I not like Surf.
I don't see this working without us either working with them or getting arrested.
Mawson would not arrest us. Simons, perhaps, but not Mawson.
So we should make Mawson our Jim Gordon.
Stop reading them comic books.
Oh.
Sigurd.
What?
I don't think Batman exists in this universe. I think superhero comics took a wicked departure.
Superhero comics are still very popular in the States, but they're a very specific form of fascist propaganda that's pretty unique to the US, I think, in this universe.
That's totally fair.
Matt's point was that he wouldn't be familiar with like English language comic books.
Yup, most likely not. And graphic novels, I think, are still popular on a big international level. They're just not usually about superheroes.
Okay, I retract my comment.
I think Matthias makes the best point.
Thank you.
Everybody has strong objections. We gotta get Morrison in on this.
I could call him and while we're leaving, and we could wait to hand these guys off.
He's in Dunning Tower.
Mawson.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, he is. I'm just like, you what? I was thinking of the penthouse, but no, he's a few floors down. Yes.
He's in Dunning Tower. Saw him enter. Probably heading up to talk to Lucius.
Well, if we're dropping these people off, we can probably meet them.
Yeah, I don't want to carry these guys across the island. Can he meet us on a beach
I mean-
somewhere?
I mean, he probably know about our storm drain.
So, are we just gonna let him walk away?
Let who walk
These
away?
guys? No.
No, we're turning them into the authorities in the hopes of some goodwill in the future. Maybe pulling some strings and getting Lily out of there.
Their operation center, the boat.
We can breach the boat without their help.
They're gonna move away, and we're gonna miss the window.
We're fine. We have the name. We know they're not going to go far, and it's the base of operations for their attack on Nirvana. They're not going to leave the area. We'll find them.
Besides, we'll be leaving for the boat before we manage to before they notice these guys are missing. It would take longer.
Sorry.
It would take longer to kill them and find a place to bury their bodies. Matthias will look around him at that moment to the
Sorry.
open ocean.
Jared, I'm not laughing at you. My wife's just going to bed, but she stretched her arms as she went past the lampshade and fully slapped it off the light.
Heard it. I heard it.
Yeah, it's my fault though. This is my fault.
I mean, it's become your fault.
Good night.
You're telling the entire
Love
internet
you.
about it. You're not the bad guy.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. I was just...
Hey,
Go on, sorry.
Luke, do we want to have the other side of this conversation so Audrey could have heard it and had more information? Just real quick.
Yes. The other side of this conversation. Which was...
Like, she's been doing stuff for an hour.
You have. So, you get taken to Parliament. Taken in a balcony, kind of halfway up on one side. It is the sort of region where Simon's office is, but you aren't taken to Simon's office. You're taken to a sort of medical-looking room.
All right, let's keep an eye on her powers. If they start to fade, she's out.
And your lawyer is already in the room when you get let in. There's a few cats, you know.
Hi.
She's like, Lily, oh, she looks knackered. Oh, I can't believe I managed to beat you here. I was already in the building. And I heard your name as some people ran past, and I came up here and I found out you were here. This is just really good luck. And I suspected they'd be bringing you here.
Where's here?
We're going to run some tests, Lily. Non-invasive. We want to sample you for DNA residue evidence. You have the right to
Or-
speak to your lawyer for a
I would like
period
to.
before this in private.
Yes, please.
Simons frowns at her. I didn't realize she'd arrived yet. I'll show you somewhere more comfortable for the time being. He looks clearly pretty angry. Because he's a cop at heart. And he's spotted someone standing up for people's rights.
Wah wah. But yes. All right, so I'll look at her and smile.
All right, Lily, what's going on this time?
I uncovered a conspiracy to kill the American president during the celebration that's happening in a couple months via American agents. And through using metahumans as a way of doing it. And involved was the kidnapped kids, the slug monster that escaped and has been going through the underground. And apparently, one of my mom's friends that I grew up with is a spy.
Wow. Wait.
And I had a
Tina.
fairy.
Tina's a spy.
Spy or evil mad scientist, or both.
She's like shaking her head in disbelief as a few cats just appear around her. Like, there's like 10 more cats popping into this room that you're in.
I'll pick one up and start petting it.
It's one of them big chunky ones with a fully flat face, eyes pointed in different directions. How did you come
In
across?
all different directions.
Yep.
How many eyes?
Like a biblical angel number.
How did I come across this?
Yeah. Lily.
A fairy showed me the secret lab entrance, and I sent my owls to keep an eye on it, and I saw some shenanigans happen tonight, so I went to check it out, and I found a horrible abomination made up of several people's chests, or several people sewed together, and it tried to kill us for a second, but another man in a mask told it not to, so we went down, and I found the slug monster and Tina, and she tried to command the slug monster to murder me, but instead, after for some reason, the slug monster punched her in the face and knocked her out, and then I teleported her home, and I called Simons like you're supposed to do when there's an incident like this, and then they arrested me.
She said "we" at one point.
Yeah, I might have. I probably
What about Lucius? You dropped him off downstairs with like a severe impaling injury.
Yeah, the slug monster hit him in the chest first.
So Lucius was there with you.
I mean, I'm not going to go alone. It's a scary island that a fairy showed me.
And you took Lucius.
Or fairy. He's my friend.
Were you hoping that you can move faster than him or something if you came across this?
He's my friend, and I trust him.
Meow, meow. Like the cat starts licking you right firm. Scratchy, scratchy. Well, I honestly don't know what codes you've broken except maybe wildlife interference on the fairy island. Did you say you met a fairy?
Yeah, she was really nice. She's really into mint.
Are you on any drugs or alcohol?
I mean, no.
Okay. Have you violated any codes? Have you murdered anyone?
I have never murdered anyone. Why do people keep thinking I murder people? I have never murdered anyone.
What about Lucius?
I spared the crap out of Lucius the other day by hanging him about a kilometer or two up.
Oh my god, so you have broken codes. She like rubs her brow. Have you
It was to get him out of a funk.
Have you used your meta effects to intimidate anyone else?
She thinks about it for a second. Goes, nope. I just scared my friend. It was pretty funny.
Okay. Well, it sounds like Lucius probably won't, ask to press charges in relation to that. This might not be too bad, but this is clearly... It's vigilantism, Lily, again.
I checked out a hidden cave on an island that was shown to me by a fairy, and then all hell broke loose.
She's nodding. maybe we can argue bad luck. I'd really recommend.
I thought you were gonna say insanity.
That's what she thought in her head. She looks a bit nervous as yet more cats appear. A pregnant cat appears and starts giving birth.
If they chill out, I could even introduce them to the fairy, but she doesn't like new people very much.
She's just shaking her head lightly, and she says, I don't know what's going to happen with this, Lily. This is going to be a big one, I think. Really, you should submit for the tests. I'll make
What
sure
is
it's all
the test?
It's just non-invasive. They'll take samples from your skin and hair and things like that. They're just looking for other people's DNA and things out of the ordinary.
I mean, they're gonna find a bunch of it. I've been playing taxi service for my friends for months.
Stranger danger.
Have you been committing crimes with your friends?
I've been warping them around to school and stuff. I probably need to roll an acting for that. It's a half truth.
Yes, please.
She's smarter than I am.
She's warped Matthias from crime scenes to school before.
She frowns at you. Lily, I need the truth if I'm going to help you.
Like, we have been doing some stuff. Recently bought a roller ring.
How did you buy a roller ring?
Lily.
Oh, all right. I'll shut up. I'll go. Okay, well, let's do the test.
All right. Oh, you're probably kind of lucky that Mila's not here right now.
Yeah, she's somewhere off in the South Pacific.
Yeah, I spoke to her this morning again.
All right, I'll take the test. Audrey heard all that shit.
Okay, so Lily's probably still having swabs and scans, maybe, you know, like, I don't know what they do. Please remain seated while the nozzle is being calibrated. That sort of deal. And Lucius.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Mawson's sticking around in your room. He's not leaving. He'll smoke a couple cigarettes with you. You'll watch the news together.
Yeah. Anything coming up?
One of their phone goes off. It sounded like.
Oh, I suppose you could straight up just ring him from the boat.
Mm-hmm.
There will be cell coverage. You're close to the island. Do you call Mawson? Matthias?
Yeah, once we like I've agreed on a plan, yeah, we call him to have him come fetch the guys.
Okay, so but you were still agreeing on a plan.
Yeah, we've basically agreed.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
You call in Mawson.
Yeah.
See Warrior down there like...
Before Matthias makes the call, Miles will ask the guy, Tom, hey, what are their allies on the island? Who are they?
The guy's in charge. You know, he set up the whole thing. The what'd you call it zone.
Yeah, what's his name?
And then I don't know if I should do this or not. The guy's neck explodes. There's like a spray of blood from his jugular.
Shit.
A little bright flash, and then blood sprays all over Eumaeus.
That's gotta happen at the same time Morrison answers the phone.
It's as he was starting to say that. They were about to answer the warrior's question, and his neck explodes.
But does he die?
Oh yeah, that guy is very dead.
Okay.
We have two. One. We have one.
See, this is why we need Lucius.
Marson?
What the fuck was that? I heard something. I'm with your friend Lucius. He's all right, if you were wondering.
Yeah, good.
Lily's been arrested.
We have someone for you to pick up. Lily contacted the wrong person. She should have contacted you.
Should she? Well, what kind of pickup are we talking about? Is this
American spy.
Where do you want me?
So could you say that again?
Where do you want me? Where do you need me?
We don't want to kill him, and we want the government of Nirvana to be able to get information from him and help stop the upcoming terrorist attack.
You've called the right person, Matthias.
We will be at Place City.
Place de Rue. Road Avenue. He nods on the other side of the phone and says, "Good. I'll be there."
All right.
Click.
Tell him to bring Lucius.
What the hell was that? You blew his neck up. You killed him.
No, I did. No. Wasn't me.
I think that might have been something tied to his brain.
I'll check the other guy with my penetrating vision around the same area. See if he has one too.
There is indeed some kind of like
implant.
Yeah, chickpea-sized implant directly next to his jugular.
Yeah,
Like
see, this guy has one too.
On the other side of it.
It might be a really good thing that we didn't have Lucius to try this.
He's keeping his mouth shut.
It's entirely possible it would have killed him.
Can you get the information, Audrey?
I think if I try it, there's a good chance his head's going to pop. But I'm going to deal with those names before we drop them off. Audrey is going to attempt mind control.
You succeed. And as soon as the link is made...
She's not attempting to get him to reveal shit.
Okay.
She's attempting to make changes.
Okay. Alright, yeah, that's a bit different.
She's wary that this guy has some kind of a tick thing that's protecting information in his head. So she's not trying at it. She just wants to replace when we slipped up and used real names and replace it with our code names.
I don't think you ever really used real names in that one. That were all quite clearly player error because you all immediately said fuck.
It couldn't hurt to like just
Mm,
kind of
change
wipe
some things, though, yeah.
the memory of like everything that happened since they came down the lift.
It's fair. I'm in here anyways. Just sort of make memory of what happened down there, at least fuzzy. Numbers are a little iffy. He's not sure quite who was there, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a traumatic experience.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm sure there's a skill I'll want from you.
I mean, that is the skill.
Ah.
I mean, there's also a brainwashing skill, but that is an optional one.
Yeah, no, I don't think we want brainwashing for this, really. That'd be for much more in-depth stuff. So yeah, I'm happy with that. You're definitely set to muddle in.
I've done what I can, but I don't want to risk trying to get actual information out of it, guys.
That's fair. I feel like we got more than we could have expected from the truth serum.
He looks
Good
scared.
job on that.
This guy looks scared. His neck's about to explode at any second.
Yeah, can anybody do anything about that?
I can yank it out, but probably blow up in the process.
Okay, can anybody do anything about that that won't result in his death?
I mean, the Nirvana authorities probably could have something to do something about it.
Can I do
Do you
anything?
have any more of that liquid nitrogen?
For his jugular?
I mean, it's just one side. It still has the other.
Can I use a charge of serendipity to say that it's somehow faulty?
Ooh.
That's pretty good. I think I'd maybe want multiple charges for it.
You can have the remaining two.
Yeah, I'll take 2 charges
Okay.
for it to be faulty enough that you intuit that it can be removed safely in this case.
Excellent.
If you're careful.
I have to still make sure Morton knows about it.
Probably not a good idea to try doing it, like on a boat that's
Yeah.
bobbing up and down.
Their boat bobbing in the middle of the night on the ocean. That I'm not doing a great job driving.
Oh, correct. It is nighttime.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's a good time for another break. Because I'm out of liquid again, because I'm just a Chuggathor. But just before that, Mawson will look at you, Lucius, and say, how you feeling?
He's gonna give him a thumbs up.
Feel like having a trip?
Sure.
What was your
And
HP at
Morrison grabs some mushrooms.
before? Because you would have recovered 5 HP from first aid.
Oh, then that would be back to 8.
Okay, so yeah, you're feeling alright.
He'll get dressed and see what he's got.
Alright. Yeah, so we'll be right back in about 5 minutes. And we're back. CEO. The hell's happening? Lily's been arrested. She's undergoing tests.
I have.
Restia's.
I'd like to be angry at Simon's sometime. But yeah.
Could go with that
I'd
straight
like to
away.
watch that scene also.
Yeah, he's in the room while you're being tested for the most part, some bits.
I mean, like alone with him in his office or something, just to be pissed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't have to do that right now. There's more important things to do.
Well, Lucius, you'll get dressed, get your stuff together. Mawson will tell a nurse that he's discharging you, and nurse will say he's meant to stay overnight. It's late. He needs rest. And Mawson's like, yeah, whatever. And you walk out of there, and a van pulls up, like as you walk up to the curb.
Okay.
And the back door slides open, and it's a little bit of one of those FBI style vans, you know, with the communication gear and what have you.
I get up, I look around as if this was one of those cool places like the arcades from Young. This is like a grown-up arcade for Lucius. Oh wow, that sort of surveillance system.
Don't touch anything.
We have those in Nirvana. Yeah. He is like just putting his hands in his pockets, but just looking around what he sees that he hasn't seen before. Fascinated by the technology.
Alrighty. I don't suppose you've got electronics operation security somehow, do you?
Let me see. Security operations? No, just computer operations and.
He definitely wishes he did.
Show me computer operations, though.
Okay. Tickety tap tap tap.
Success by 7. Yeah, you can make out a few things that are happening on screen. You can see they've got video feeds of a few locations. What looks like a real-time map of Nirvana with your location on it and several others.
Motherfucker.
Not you in particular. You as in the van right now.
Okay.
Yeah, no, sorry, that was misleading. There's
I
nothing
thought they were tracking like Lily, Matthias, and Lucius in that same map.
No.
Oh, that's how they did it. He's gonna lean just behind the guys, or if there's somebody behind the screen that is looking at the
there's
cameras.
It's you, Mawson, and one other person in the back of that van, and you can see there's 2 people sat in the front.
He's gonna like lean behind, just looking at the cameras in the map, and say, and ask, so Morrison, what am I looking at here? Apart from tracking.
Operations Center. Your friends have recovered someone. We're picking them up. Not in this. There's another thing coming with us. And then we'll move to a second location.
He nods. He's now learning.
It's a short, fast journey. And Mawson would open van door and get out when you do. And then you walk a block over to the meeting place where there's already the other van waiting as well. And you can probably see the lights that are on the boat in the distance as it's approaching. And you guys team up. Go on, sorry.
I was gonna ask, is that the American boat that they were talking about? That what I was now there present for?
Yeah, it's your friends must be on that boat, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. He lights a cigarette. Lights yours that you pull out as well.
Yeah. After that, he's gonna start thinking. Well, they started the party early then. Should we go, or do we need to do something before that?
You guys, you could see Mawson stood with Lucius as you pull the boat up to the shore.
Right.
Oh, right. Can we say that we dumped the body along the way?
Yeah, you could say that you did whatever you want with poor Tom's body.
All right, yeah, we'll throw him over the side.
Audrey actually argues that we don't do that.
No, you want to pull up on the beach in front of Surf with a dead body?
It's only a matter of time before they actually find the place we just came from and see the massacre. Like, they're gonna know that people died. We didn't kill this guy. Like, clearly he had a self-destruct thing. We can explain that to them so that maybe the other one doesn't go off.
And then they'll have a larger chance of stopping the terror attack if we fail.
All right.
I mean, we didn't do anything wrong with him.
Except torture.
Enhanced interrogation.
Also drugging.
It's kind of weird having a voice in my head telling me when I'm doing things wrong.
This is probably live commentary from
Yeah.
Lily.
Yeah, the Lily
yeah,
stuff I
totally.
imagine
This
is
is
all
100% because she is bored at this point.
in character. Yeah, it's pretty much they make you wait for 10 minutes and then someone else comes with a different test kit. And it's been happening for over an hour now.
I give the stink eyes at Morrison every time, or not Morrison, Simons every time we're alone.
Well, what have we got here?
His name is Arthur, and he has a thing in his neck that goes off if he says things he's not supposed to.
No, Arthur's the other guy.
I feel like Audrey was pointing at the one with the thing in his neck. As she said, and he's.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, this is Arthur,
And,
space, and the next person.
And this is Mr. Neck Bomb. He's not a real mister, but he has got a real neck bomb.
Yep, that wasn't nearly as clear without my actual finger pointing, though.
I saw it. I don't know how, but I saw it. I spent one of my serendipities for my life. Whoops. All right, Arthur. You cheeky bastard. There are also now stepping out of the shadows a few of the Secret Surf guys.
Like the El Destructor team, or?
No. The guys in the dark combat gear, fully sealed looking suits that got eaten by Big D.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You coming with?
Could you get him to get me out of here?
Do I have a choice?
He nods. Yeah. You're a free individual. I'm not Surf.
Speaking of which, how screwed is Lily?
I'll get her out. I'm working on it already.
She nods.
Okay, let's go.
But now you guys all work for me. Okay?
You get paid?
Depends on if you do the job properly or not.
Wait, we
We'll just
eventually get paid?
as a group. Get Lily out. Let's get everybody together, and then we'll hear your offer.
He nods. And then he says, Lucius, remember where you followed me?
Yeah.
Take him there tomorrow morning.
Any clearance that I need?
Just wait at the entrance. The one in the wall. 10 a.m.
Sure.
I'll let you in.
I'll be there. He nods.
Come in the car, if you'll all fit. I suppose one or two of you could ride bikes. What do you want to tell me about this guy? As the live non-Arthur bait is being manhandled a bit.
American special operations soldier. Not afraid to to shoot first and not bother asking questions. Details, at least on the military side, of the American plot. And got anything else?
He was sent to clean up the whole affair. He was going to kill Arthur.
He
Looks like
nods.
they're covering their tracks.
Do you mention the boat that they based out of?
Not yet.
Thinking about it.
Alright, and this guy's neck just exploded.
He was in the process of feeding us intelligence at the time.
He was trying to tell us who he was working for.
Grizzly.
So perhaps avoid that specific question.
He nods.
The one in his neck has malfunctioned enough where you should be able to remove it without putting his life at risk.
Mawson raises an eyebrow.
I'll wink at him with the big grin.
Helmet's come off, has it?
Well, I don't have a faceplate.
Ah. Then.
I do have a mask.
Then you
underneath.
wink at him is good, I think, Kakashi.
Yeah, I think a few of us are basically just wearing ski masks.
IRA, nice.
Is that a trope for the
Yeah.
IRA?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's you put your ski mask on, stand in front of an Irish flag, and you say you just list the British Army members that you've murdered. They
Well, that's
deserve
pretty
it. But they don't tell us this in school, but Britain been genocide in Ireland in the last 100 years.
Yeah, I mean, we're vaguely aware of that.
Yeah, I'm sure they tell you about it in schools that aren't the country that's doing the crimes.
Exactly.
I'm sure they cover our treatment of Native Americans way more in depth than your school system.
Yeah, they teach us about your treatment of Native Americans way more than our treatment of Native Americans.
Right.
Oh God, we're garbage.
Anyway, I've been trying not to have downer feelings all day.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Lily, was that enough, or do you need a more specific answer from him?
Like, they're putting things in me. I would rather get out sooner rather than later.
It's at that moment when the door opens, and Lily, you've got current affairs, right? Audrey, you too, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Politics in particular for Nirvana.
I have
Even area knowledge Nirvana
area knowledge.
would yield this person.
By one.
Yeah, by one.
Made by one.
Sorry.
Failure.
Well, it's a senior Politburo member. Someone who's been on the Politburo for the past 10 years. And is kind of represents constituents in Meilong. So it's not even your local elected councillor.
Do they celebrate the weekend there?
Yeah. There's mandatory days off, and
So
I think
there's a May long weekend?
Yes.
But he comes in.
She comes in. She is very goth. She's quite young for a senior Politburo member. Very long, straight Wednesday Addams, black hair going on. And she's even dressed in a pretty, gothic, lacy black dress. Lace-edged. And she's very pale as well, with, very dark eyeliner. Slim, tall. It's
I'm
just,
gonna look at her and then slowly move my eyes over to Simon's with a not shit-eating grin, but a little bit of a smirk.
how many tests have you run on Lily Dunning? Simons will just be like, why are you here, Ms. And then I'll think of a name for her at some other point. Because I heard the citizen of Nirvana was being detained unlawfully when there's no evidence of any code breaking, and in fact there is evidence of general excellent citizenship, from what I've heard. You're to release Lily Dunning immediately. There will, of course, be a scheduled hearing, and necessary events will be taken if required, but for now you must let her go. Simons. The will of the people demands this. And though my constituents may not look favourably on the free economic zone and how the Dunnings profit from that, but they still wouldn't want to see any human have their rights stripped away like this. Meanwhile, over at Secret Surf, tell us the fucking code, you twat! Bash, bash! You foreign twats! Oh! Cut back to regular Surf. Simons looks like he's shat his pants. He stops chewing his gum, his signature nicotine gum. Says, there you go, Lily.
Okay.
We'll be in touch.
Mm-hmm.
Creepy goth counselor holds her hand out as if to, like, to give you to take your hand. She's like clearly seeing you as a bit of a younger child than you actually are.
I mean, I'll take it, but I don't know. I was floating like a few centimeters above the chair, but okay.
I wanna say, maybe retcon, maybe you didn't notice because how she came in. She is also floating, but only maybe 1 inch above the ground.
Oh, okay.
And she still walks normally, although it's a very smooth glide. But her feet never actually seem to come in contact with the ground. It's also why she seems so tall. It's like she's wearing invisible high heels.
Well, I will float along with her.
Well, Lily, I don't know what you did, but I'd been asked to bring in a very, very big favour and let you out.
I'll smile and say, I thank you. It's gratefully appreciated.
I'd love to talk to you more. Maybe with our mutual friend at some point.
Mm-hmm.
She nods. And she's like, I'm rather busy, sorry, and it's quite late.
She'll offer her a quote-unquote ride.
She tilts her head back and forth, and then she's like, okay, it's only in the building, but I don't suppose you could take me up 20 floors, could you?
I mean, probably.
Yeah, you can take her outside and then float up slightly,
Yeah.
and then teleport again.
Right in. I will do that.
She like, and then, ooh. Thank you. Yes, that was exciting.
And then once that's done, I'll meet up with the rest of the gang.
It's quite a busy room that you drop her off in. Like a big political staff office kind of thing. Lots of aide-looking folks running around. And when you poof into the room, everyone will stop and stare at you. Have you got body language?
I don't think so. Wait, maybe? No, I don't.
I'll take just a perception. You'd be at bonus anyway.
By 5?
Oh, yeah. You get dirty looks from a bunch of people in this room. Like, young people especially. But one young man in particular, like, sees you and really, like, oh, looks at you like your dog's muck. And then turns away quickly.
I'll smile. Good work you all doing, everyone. Thumbs up and then bam, out.
Mm-hmm. To
The gang.
the gang. Whop. You've got a human owl in that location.
I do.
So, gang, you've just watched Mawson drive away, I think, probably. Oh, in fact, he probably wants that boat.
Definitely.
Yeah, someone's probably going to get on the boat as you're all getting off.
Well, actually,
And make sure I have all the gear that I stole.
I think some of us were debating whether or not we were going to tell him about the other boat.
Yeah, but he's taking this one.
Yeah, let's
I-
talk about that before we.
In fact,
to
no,
his-
yeah, he's... So, yeah, that conversation's still going on while Lily's being released.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, we're going to need that boat. And
for?
anything you... for investigating. We want to run tests. We want to reverse engineer. That thing's a high-spec piece of kit.
What a coincidence. That's what I want to do.
He frowns. Well, we can discuss that tomorrow, I suppose, can't we?
Guess I better hold on to him now than just for safekeeping.
So if our night wasn't done, would you want to know about it?
I will give Audrey the darkest, dirtiest look.
Mawson lights yet another cigarette. And he looks at Lucius. And then kind of glances over your shoulders. And it says, Will any of you get hurt? Or any of you gonna die? I'm not talking about that one. Points at the bloody mess that is Sigrid in the Berserker armor.
Blood.
It's not
She
yours.
went for a swim.
Oh, you went for a swim, so yeah, no, never mind. You just
A
did.
holy mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, the armor is like Swiss cheese. I think she's probably stripped the armor off at this point. She's just got like the
Total.
helmet and the.
Helmet and ski mask.
Helmet, ski mask, and like her knickers.
Yeah, even your self-sealing armor, like the little computer attached to it is reading fatal error.
Yeah, that's probably all just at the bottom of the ocean by now.
It washed off with
She
the blood.
might be in whatever they were wearing, actually.
That probably makes a lot of sense. It's a bit oversized, but yeah. Is anyone gonna get hurt?
Probably.
Any of you?
It's possible. We're going to try to avoid it.
I don't want
That's the plan.
Lucy's getting hurt.
What's TDE?
I don't want any
Sure.
of you getting hurt.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that, but you know,
And he's the same as you are. Potential.
I think maybe we can take the rest of the night.
Keep the boat. I don't want to know about it.
I think tonight, only night we get chance.
Do you need help?
Do we have the current location? Did he give us that?
No. No.
But this is something I am
Ooh.
good at. She teleports up a couple or like a kilometer or two and looks down.
There's lots of
And-
boats around.
And it's nighttime?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's nighttime. Never mind. I keep forgetting it's nighttime.
But he did. I think they did. He told you the name of the boat. He told you where it looks like, and he told you how far away it is and what direction and what its heading is generally, because
Oh,
it doesn't
yeah.
stay still for long. So you know roughly where to find it. It
Well,
is.
I think they said that the plan was they just radio when they get close or something. So presumably we would know what signal to radio on or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they probably have a password
extraction.
or something.
I think after Morrison leaves, I mention again, like, I think we call Yakuza.
Well, he just asked us if we need anything, and I'm gonna ask him if he can have a helicopter standby to pick us up if we need it.
End up swimming.
Because as handy as Lily's power is, if she gets taken out, like, we're fucked. I mean, obviously tonight has kind of shown that's our biggest weakness with relying on her.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I can have one on standby. How far are you planning on going?
Pretty
No
far.
more than, like, 10 kilometers.
Pretty far, yeah. Further than
Yeah.
10 kilometers.
Well, damn.
But yeah, can't guarantee quicker than a 20-minute response time. But yeah, I can do it.
That's fine. It's Plan B anyway. Do we need anything else? What sort of explosives would one use to sink a ship, I wonder? I can't use them. It doesn't matter. Never mind.
Torpedoes.
Nope. I think that's all we need. Yeah.
I'm
We
waiting
need
in
to
line at an
know.
all-night burrito place, by the way.
We need to know their handshake protocol.
To sink a ship, you could use dynamite.
I'm pretty confident that Berserker can sink a ship.
The Dutch vessel, de Hoop, sank in 1895.
I'm not so sure I can sink one of these ships. You people build entire floating ships out of steel. I truly not know how it work. Like, hey, you know this thing we make sword out of that sink to bottom of ocean? Let's build boat out of it.
That's a good point.
Then I think maybe we do. Jesus, can I just ask this guy for a gob of explosives?
Yes.
We don't need any explosives. I can sink the ship.
Yeah, he could sink the ship.
Perhaps that would not be best, because that would be very noticeable.
I mean, I think best case scenario we're going. Sorry, you were saying something.
The ship exploding in the dock could be quite this sort of stuff shouldn't be done. Should be done away from innocent people as much as possible.
It is at present. It's out on open ocean at the minute.
Yeah, Sigurd's gonna go make a call to the Dunning Medical Center.
Bring.
It's like midnight.
Bring.
I know. And have him patch me through to Dickless.
It takes a few minutes while you get into a bit of an argument with the person on the reception. at this time. But then finally you get put through to that nurse's office, and she's like, "It's late. The patients are asleep." And after some pushing, finally she's like, "I'll go and check." And then you get put on, and it's like, "Who this?"
Eat me.
Silence for a couple
Hey.
of seconds. Yeah.
I need you to call your employer and tell him we know of some Americans offshore and can do something. Have him call me back at this line. Or have them call me back somehow at this number.
Just a quick reminder also, we gave them a burner phone.
You gave him a few. Yep.
Say the number, Secret. I assume caller ID wasn't nearly as prevalent.
Yeah, it's still the era when everyone knows lots of phone numbers.
Okay.
So
Then,
Sigrid will have been taught a bunch of numbers as part of school and what have you.
Okay. Have him have the bosses give a call back because we plan to do something about it. Could use supplies.
Or you're probably even just at a public phone, because, they don't cost money on Nirvana.
Oh, good point.
And you just read out the number that's on the top, slowly, because you're working on your numbers
Yep.
still.
Yes. Do that. Click.
Perfect. So are you asking Mawson for things? Have you let him go and you going the Yakuza route this forward?
I mean, I think Sigurd's working that angle while they're working the other angle.
Okay, so Sigurd's
I feel like they're not
over.
mutually exclusive at this point. Especially if I have to go to like a payphone, I can,
Yep, you've
do
hopped
this
away.
out of Morrison's earshot.
Perhaps you could stand by with teams to secure the ship if we take it.
Good thought.
Wait. You're going to seize a ship?
We talked about a ship. We talked about blowing it up.
Yeah, you did. What am I on about?
It could have taken him a moment to fully process that.
All right. Let me think. No. I've not got the men for it. How big a ship?
Smaller than an aircraft carrier, but bigger than a yacht.
It's a
Large
research
enough
ship.
for Americans.
I'll see what I can
Interpret
do.
that as you will.
I'll see what I can do. I can get maybe a couple of dozen at most. Maybe 5 metas. I'm gonna have to talk to him, aren't I?
I mean, worst case scenario, we can just call the Coast Guard once we've taken out the guards and stuff.
There's 80 guards. I don't think a direct assault is
80 guards. You kids are gonna die. You can't. Oh my god.
Bam. Try telling that to Sigrid. I have burritos.
You got burritos?
This is ridiculous, Mawson says. I ate that prick. He's shaking his head.
You aren't thinking of actually calling Surf, are you?
Are you talking to him? He says, no. I'm thinking of calling that stupid old bastard. If he's anywhere to be found. Yeah, that one.
I didn't call El Destructor.
I'd almost prefer Surf.
When Luke says it sounds like goth as in dark. When Matthias says it sounds like God.
Oh, I also brought Lucius's armor.
Oh, thanks.
Is this maybe the point where we do the team up episode? Because I mean, if we can get secret, I mean, okay, so yeah, if we can get Secret Surf, if we can get the metas, if we can get the Yakuza all together, we could probably attack the ship with a small army. Our chances would be better.
But then the Yakuza might run into the ship and steal a few ZPMs before it blows up. And not go to the rendezvous point.
Where is that?
I okay with that.
Sigrid, burritos.
She catches
She
it
points
every
at the
time.
phone.
I just assumed one got tossed and out.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean like when you're coming back from the phone call. Or you're waiting for a phone call. She will yell it at you.
Yeah,
While
Sigrid's
holding
like across the road, stood by a payphone. Payphone, air quotes, public phone. I think we're
if we're
almost.
making phone calls.
I don't know.
Till
Okay,
midnight.
okay, yeah, no, the Sigrid
Hit
phone.
them up.
The Sigrid phone rings.
Berserker. I love how you like truck.
Hi. It's. Yeah, what? You needed to call back Americans. Where?
They
You found
sheep.
them?
Hold on,
10
just set a meeting for tomorrow. 2 representatives.
Do you just wander over when it rings and
Yeah.
you should
Yeah.
just take the phone? That I feel like that's actually more.
that's actually. Hey, it's me. Meeting tomorrow. I'll put my hand over the mouthpiece. Hey, where can we have a good meeting? Neutral ground.
The old garage?
No, somewhere more. Nice.
Swear nice.
So like literally anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah, literally
One of the
anywhere.
rooms in the reconstructed Norse village.
Oh yeah, let's do the Viking village.
Yeah,
I love it.
the Norse village
Okay.
reconstruction.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'll tell them tomorrow, 11 a.m. 2 representatives. We'd appreciate some. You know what? No. Like I'll just ask him and Ninja Girl, whose name I don't know that I've ever known.
I think I got it once, but I forget.
Yeah.
It was given to you, but in Japanese it just means swords person.
Okay.
Oh.
Well.
So it's not
there you go.
actually their name, but.
Yeah. It'll be worth your while, I promise.
We'll be there.
Okay. And then I'll turn to Morrison. 11 a.m. The Viking village. Don't show up with a large group. I'll kind of gesture to all his little lackeys that are running around.
Those have mostly left now, but there are still
Okay.
a couple, and it's like a pretty, obvious surveillance van parked back there.
You and a trusted deputy. And if you're going to reach out to Garth, tell him that he is cordially invited as well.
And this isn't as urgent as an immediate need. Those guys are
Yeah.
going to notice if they've lost 4 people.
That's a good point.
Plus Arthur, plus Tina. They must already know that they've lost Arthur and Tina. They'll be waiting for a response from these guys.
Fuck it, let's go now.
By now, we mean next session.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
There's 80 of them.
Like, I'll grab your guys, call the Yakuza back, tell them to get their guys.
Yeah, we don't need a formal meeting. We just need to get into boats.
I'll call someone I have contact to.
Oh, we're planning now, so we should move to the planning room. You watched that movie, right, Luke?
Maybe.
Shin Godzilla?
Oh, yeah.
We don't.
Yeah, no. So good.
I mean, we don't have time to come up with a real good plan. Just tell them to bring their guys.
I mean, they're going to see us coming. If we have 100 boats flying across the water, they're going to be as on alert as they are tomorrow.
I sincerely doubt that.
Okay, we go right now on this ship, or on this boat. Like we've got the radio. We get all of them to follow after us. All we need to do is take out the radar.
I like it.
If they can't see the ships coming, then we stand a chance. Fair?
There we go. Morrison?
Or perhaps we could shoot through the ship with a Mauser tank gewehr.
I don't have one of
That's
those.
what happened in our Sunday game last Sunday.
Oh, wow. I missed it. Jealous.
Okay, so we have a bare bones plan, right?
Mhm.
I'll look at Morrison, raise an eyebrow.
Don't get yourselves killed. I'll do everything I can.
Don't leave me hanging.
I won't. I'll be there. But I can't promise I'll have more than 12 guys with me.
I'll hit redial on, or I guess respond on Sigurd's phone.
Yes.
We're going tonight. There's a ship, and I'll give the general area heading, speed, all of that. It's the American base of operations. There's another force coming as well. So make sure to check your targets. We're going to take out their radar to allow you to approach undetected. You've got about an hour to marshal your forces.
Make sure you send someone here before then. I have a long-range radio.
Lily, I'll look at Lily and like, hey, can you go to the Yakuza office and pick up a radio?
I'll just bamf over there real quick.
He starts shouting in Japanese at someone, and you hear someone in background talking in Japanese, and Lily, someone like is on the phone when you arrive in the office, and he starts shouting at people, and they bring you a radio.
Audrey,
Did you take Sigrid? Oh, no.
Audrey, while Lily there, tell her to see if she can get weapons.
We have all the weapons we need.
Lily, Sigurd's asking for weapons.
Hey,
The
my
cutting
invisible sword lady. My invisible sword lady. Want to take a trip?
The boss just nods slowly. Not the boss isn't there. So the invisible lady isn't there.
Bugger.
No one says anything for a second.
Are you looking for swords, Sigrid?
Yeah, the awesome cutting sword from the metals that I still don't quite understand how to work, but I will.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys have any of that fancy, scary swords? Asking.
Oh my god.
They nod. And they run over and, like, open up a duffel bag that's full of several weapons.
Just grab it.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Like, they drop the radio in the bag and hand it to you.
Oh, fuck, this is heavy. Okay. Bam. And I'm pulling.
Lily, I need to take me to the pharmacy real quick too.
Oh, for fuck's. Okay, I'm pulling up my cell phone while we're doing this. Fine.
I grab the spool of monowire.
Oh.
Now that the conversation paused for a moment, perhaps it's time to jump to Lucius?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like Lucius
This-
just had something pretty deadly whispered in his ear.
Yeah.
Uh,
Awesome.
Lucius is gonna nod to that, and he's also gonna tap Morrison on the shoulder, saying, "Don't worry, I'll keep an eye up on them. But do you have any cuffs I could borrow? I'm not sure if you also have at least one pair of those fancy ones that can erase meta powers, in case we come with something bad."
He raises an eyebrow. You probably don't know this outer character, but those are like specifically banned on Nirvana. Research into eliminating people's
Eyebrows?
Hey, they're associated with supervillainy.
Cuffs, right?
Yeah,
Cuffs.
the super cuffs anyway.
No, if he knows, then he just knows it's police. He doesn't know they're illegal or whatever.
He'll raise an
He just-
eyebrow, but he'll say, I can get you one pair of those.
Sure. I'll make sure to use them just to keep them safe. And he's gonna walk to the guy that has the soldier, and he's gonna offer him a smoke.
How long can you stay possessing someone?
Up to 10 minutes on possession, up to 15 minutes on shadow form.
Okay.
But he only needs a couple seconds to get
The
into
information.
his thoughts.
That is Lucius is gonna look at the group and say, "So what's with this guy?"
They murdered Sigrid a couple times.
It happens. And he's gonna offer him sips from his cantelier, the one that he has from his parents.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what?
It's
Head
better for
flask.
me the more drunk he is, because it makes the roll easier the less IQ he has.
Canteen?
Yes, I have like I was given I'm not sure how you call those that you can just put in your
A
pocket.
flask.
Flask.
Thank you, flask. Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, so he offers him from the flask to see if that can help me with my role. He's being just friendly and like reasonable to all he knows.
He's got his hands cuffed behind him, but he takes a sip if you like hold it up for him.
He'll just leave it on him, and then just take a sit nearby. And after he takes a few more sips, he is just gonna be chilling with him with a cigarette and give it an attempt when he sees a good opportunity.
And are you gonna try and do this when no one's looking or something, or?
Yeah, like I just want to make nonchalantly. I want to talk to him. I want to just see when he's starting to look like less
Just because
intelligent.
Lucius will fall unconscious when this happens. And that might get noticed.
Sounds like it's occurring largely during the other conversation, though. So possibly he falls unconscious near the end of where we were talking.
Oh.
Yeah, like this is
yeah.
before we go.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Miles will stand next to Lucius, and because he knows he's gonna
Yeah.
flop and kind of catch him or hold
Alright.
Are you gonna try to do the weekend at Bernie's thing so nobody notices?
him. Yeah.
They are
You're
both
gonna
already
wake
sat
up
down
and be
now.
smelling horrible.
And yeah, an unconscious person will look a lot more alive when next to Myas, so
So not sure what bonus would you like, but here goes my IQ attempt with some time taken.
go for it.
Success by 7.
You're in.
Okay. Who's my boss?
You know who your boss is. You also know you can't say or you will die. It's dangerous even to think about it too much.
Okay.
Did they work
Well,
for Voldemort?
your boss. Your direct boss, blah, 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 blah.
Uh-huh.
The person who is working with the Americans on the island is a very high-ranking member of the Politburo who's been a Nirvana counselor since the 1970s and who masterminded the ideas of the free economic zones and who is currently the wealthiest person on Nirvana, probably.
Okay. He is. Do I get any other useful information that I can get without him saying anything?
Everything that you've said and done since you picked these guys up will have been recorded on the helmets that they were wearing and transmitted.
I'm making sure I don't see anyone while I'm remembering this. I'm just looking at the fire and just taking sips from the flask. Anything else that is useful for the group?
All sorts of stuff. Too much to say. Give me an IQ
Okay.
check, please, though.
An IQ? Okay.
Yeah, just to see how far you remember back.
Okay, to give you a hint of what I'm looking for is any information that is useful for us and any information about the boat that we can use in our favor. Codes, security codes, any guard rotation, anything that we can use. By 6.
Okay. So, yeah, the last couple of hours are very muddy and weird, and you can't really remember anything that's happened, but you know what happened there from a different perspective. So you're not too worried about that. But you do find out that those helmets record and transmit everything constantly. So right this second, they are still transmitting and recording from the bag on the boat. Maybe one that Sigrid's even wearing, it sounds like.
Okay, so we could also use that in our favor.
You do find out how you'd get back on the boat. You can't use the radio on the boat unless you're hooked up with one of these helmets.
Okay, good to know.
And they biometrically scan these dudes. They linked specifically to each of their DNA.
Ooh. There we go.
The helmets are linked to the DNA.
Yeah.
And we need a helmet to use the radio,
On
not
the boat.
person.
Yes, the helmet, not the person.
Okay.
But the helmet needs the person's DNA to be operative.
Okay. The helmet needs the person to be operative. Okay. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm gonna be like I'm falling asleep. Then I'm gonna release him. As I come back, I'm just gonna take my flask. Gonna clean up the mouth and I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna just look at Myas to keep an eye on him just for now, as I then go straight to Morrison, Violet, and Lily's not here, right?
She's probably
she's
just arriving back now.
Okay, if Lily's here, then he's just gonna motion to her and Ryan because Sigrid still has the equipment, and he's gonna explain the situation, whispering as discreetly as possible, and he is gonna tell them that they can use the equipment in their favor. They're still recording, so they can feed in false information from now on, and then use that to sneak in, perhaps before they are aware. They don't know the person, so as long as they keep his helmet and maybe Myas can be inside of him, they might be able to just keep the facade until it's long enough. Apart from that, not sure if I'm missing anything else that is needed.
There's
So wait, the
way
guy with the dog?
more I can explain. What did you say? Sorry, Tara.
The guy with the dogs is the mastermind for the whole thing?
No.
Okay.
an as yet unnamed character who I had hoped to kind of, introduce before this moment just for fun, revealies, but failed to do that, really.
So, a known high-powered politician that has been in power since 1974.
All right. Well,
But he does
We're hit-
have very close ties to, and his popularity is mainly based on his connections to Lamar Kipling, one
Okay,
of the
so-
founders of Nirvana.
I think he's gonna just tell them about how he is vinculated with Levon. Apart from that, I don't think there's much we can do other than just prepare for the next mission, right?
Yeah, I think you'll want a quiet conversation together away from those helmets that will probably recap next session or go over a
Yeah,
lot
I think-
quicker and denser than the huge conversations that I'm sure are about to happen over the next week.
Hmm.
So, yeah, no complaints. I think we call it here.
Sounds
Here.
Here, GG. Very good. I am Luke. I was the GM today. We had Colin.
Hi, I played Guy, continuing his streak of not overtly killing anybody. Sorry for shooting you in the face with a wooden baton, Sigrid.
Hardly noticed it.
We had Everoth.
Hello, I was Everett, playing for you to the Lucius Lockhart, who was more than happy to not have died today in the hospital.
And then to also have just revealed all the secrets.
Just doing his job.
Every secret. We had Jared.
Hey, I'm Jared. I played Ryan, who didn't actually. No one really needed to talk to him while we were doing superhero stuff, so his name never actually got said. But he poisoned someone with expired cold medicine.
Ah,
Into revealing all his secrets.
Yeah, you did. We had Z Warrior.
Hey, I'm Z Warrior, playing Miles, the Four. And previously the guy who brought cold medicine. Glad to see put the good news.
Yeah. Instigated Lucius in that mind unlocking.
Yep.
Wow. Just wow. I could have killed you all instantly. Oh well. We had to leave.
not all. Or maybe all.
Most.
I've got, like... I can have at least 10 guys aim at one of each of you for a good
I mean,
10 seconds.
it's fair. Like, assassins can absolutely kill us at any time.
Yeah, but that'd be a super dick move, and you should all totally just, like, beat me to death in real life if I ever
I
did
assume
that.
their ship isn't designed as a panopticon.
No, correct. And it's, also mostly designed to be disguised long term as a research vessel that actually operates out of Nirvana. So, we had Lee. Did we do Lee?
I don't think so. Hi, I'm Lee. I play Audrey, and she only feels a little bit bad for deciding to actually trust Morrison.
We'll see how it turns out, really, won't we? We'll have to see how that turns out. We had James.
Hey, I'm James. I played Sigrid.
Died twice. Yeah.
Eh.
Got briefly slowed down twice. And finally we had Tara.
Hey, I'm Tara. I played Lily. She's losing all faith in everyone except for her team.
So it begins. Post-credits scene? Back at the boat, obviously. Watching you lot talk through cameras. guns getting readied. Platoons gearing up, that sort of deal. Yes. Thanks very much for watching. We are the Kobold Cafe. We'll be back on Sunday, I presume.
Yeah, I think I have. Unless
See how he's
tomorrow is
feeling. No
terrible.
worries. Watch for Twitter. We tweet when we're going live. We'll be back on Thursday with Star Wars, I assume.
Yep.
And we'll be back next Friday with more of this. You can find us just about everywhere at Kobold Cafe, and our website is thekoboldcafe.com. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Good night.
Bye.